And we are live on the YouTube. Good morning, good morning, good morning. You're here with Kuma, and the shame bells are out because I'm like, what, a minute late? Minute and a half? Give me a break, guy. My background is so clean, I had to take the flag down, all this sort of stuff. And you guys are giving me stuff for being a minute late. Most people would be thankful, but no. I gave you guys an extra minute to prepare. An extra minute for the snacks. How is everyone? How is everyone? This should be a good morning. I hope you guys can hear me. If you guys can't hear me, that would be embarrassing. Loot Appraiser is disabled. So I think TSM has started working. Yeah, I think TSM has started working. Okay, so now that we are the Alliance, we should start this. But first we have to make sure there's no add-ons with errors running. There shouldn't be. I mean, look at it. It's 15 megabytes a second. But let's just turn off the TSM stuff just in case. We don't even have it on. Why on earth would it have an error? It shouldn't have an error. It should be fine. Okay, let us get rid of that world quest and get the world quest that we need. Okay, this should give it to us. So we relog. You gotta hit your head and it counts as a bell? I don't know, you are metal, so it could. 2 minutes. Well, Cheeky was being very cheeky this morning. Very cheeky. She pooped on the carpet. I'm like, Cheeky, you know about that.
The Legion has fallen. A new threat rises. Disturbing messages are arriving from our operatives in Orgrimmar. Join me at Stormwind Keep to discuss the matter further.
I love how you have spies in Orgrimmar, but like, you know, we're the bad guys. You're colluding with, I can't make a Trump joke here. As the Legion's presence wanes from our world, a new threat has risen. It is with a heavy heart that I must ask you to put your life on the line for the Alliance once more. I have received a disturbing message from our operatives stationed in Orgrimmar. I await your arrival at Stormwind Keep to discuss matters further. Which one's the Stormwind? There we go. At the 29th minute, you said live in a minute. That means you would have been live at the half hour. You were 2 minutes after half the hour. I thought it was 1 minute after. I had to reset one of the online things to be able to simultaneously stream on Twitch and YouTube. But I will accept responsibility for that. I will accept the responsibility for being late. It is my fault. I should have just ignored Cheeky. That is what I get for negotiating with a terrorist. She is a terrorist. I thought I accepted this quest. Death to Kuma? Why me? I thought you guys loved me. Why would you want me dead? This is just horrible. You're horrible people. A short-lived peace. If we even have peace, that is the true question. I mean, this is an impressive keep, but... Oh, and they've got a nice variant statue. That is very nice. And this is like Spyro the Dragon. I jump on the little things and the door opens. Nya. 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 And a nya. And a nya. And a secret door should open to a secret level. But apparently not. Oh wow, they have spears now? Well, that's new.
Greetings.
Huh.
Well met. You need something?
Greetings.
Wow, so they segregated the men from the women.
King's honor, friend.
Well met. You need something?
Women are on the right because women are always right. Do not argue with women. A dog is a terrorist? Yep.
Greetings. You need something?
Okay, so female.
Need help? Well met.
Male.
Greetings. What can I do?
Male? Where are the females? Oh wow, that's sexist. Wow, so in the throne room you've got...
King's honor, friend. Need help? What can I do for you? Light be with you. Well met.
Like, what is that? 6, 3, 4, 5, 6 male guards and 2 female guards. Wow. King Anduin, the sexism here, mate. What's going on here, mate? The sheer sexism here is unacceptable. Do I have a camera? Camera. I just want to take a selfie with him.
Stormwind honors your service to the Alliance.
I want to take a selfie.
Victory in the light.
What a poser. Catching a car moving is kind of hard. What?
A just cause is always worth
Okay, I'm
fighting.
hoping that the sound is at a good level, so it doesn't disrupt us. Let's put it down a little bit. Oh, that should be good. You have fought bravely in the name of the Alliance time and time again. For that, I owe you a great debt of gratitude. But even more must be asked, I fear. Damn it, he's sounding like Bane. Given the potential of Azeroth to change the face of warfare, it comes as no surprise that the war chief seeks to lay claim to it. Reports indicate that she is mobilizing an army to march on Silithus, the site of the Great Wound. Heroes of the Horde and the Alliance fought side by side during the Argus campaign. To think that Sylvanas is ready to cast that unity aside. Speak with Matthias Shaw. I want you to oversee our presence in Silithus. Wow, they took the bait.
Safe journey to you.
Just a moment, Your Majesty. New information has
A
come
king
to
is
light.
only as noble as the causes he serves.
Oh, new information.
What needs done?
Wait, our reports were wrong. The damned Horde, clever bastards, I'll give them that. They diverted at the North Fork at the Barrens and are now marching on Ashenvale. The Kaldrai forces already set sail for Silithus. Must be halfway there by now. The only defenders still in the area were the Darnassa City Guard. They are en route to Astrana, but they won't last long against an army. Their commander goes by the name of Delarin Summermoon. Find her and buy us time. We will get our fleet there as soon as we can. Last I remember, the fleet didn't get there at all.
Look to the shadows.
But to be fair, people totally get the size of the land a little bit wrong. So what happened, if you guys remember the Horde campaign, here we are. Good night, Samugi. Here we are. He wants me to watch his 10 different types of annoying plays in WoW. Yeah, I'm guessing that video got... Kuma want backup? Sure. So what happened is, Kalimdor, City of the Horde, we've got Orgrimmar, which is here, which I cannot see because I haven't been there. The Horde came from there, came south, then came north, south, east, west, into the Barrens, and then walked this way, up to here. Now, everyone thought they were going to walk from here all the way down to Silithus, which is here. They thought they were going to walk from there to there. What they actually did is they went north. Yeah. And this fleet from here went all the way here, which means they cannot defend them. They basically got screwed. They basically got screwed. Slave Samugi, what's going on here? I never knew we had slaves. When did this happen? Wait, why is this not working? Okay, Matt, if you want to back up, come in. Oh, there we go. Okay, Matt's online. Well, this is a thing. All the little things are, all the little wisps. Where are they going? They're gathering.
Do you hear the screams?
Oh, we have assassins? I mean, they have assassins. They. Who is foreign to me. Yes. He just shadow stepped me. That was pretty cool. Okay, let's get with Matt on the Discord. He is the expert of Alliance lore. I'm on Discord. Okay. Oh my god, my background looks so empty. Hello, background. Empty background. Hello. My god, it looks so empty without my flag. I just feel naked. Look how naked I look. There is no flag in my background. The nakedness.
The bodies. So many bodies.
Oh right,
We
the
tried
army.
to set a trap for the Horde. It failed. We could not stop them. Our outposts were taken by surprise. They fell one by one. The guards were poisoned.
Yeah, I
And the
remember.
civilians, not even they were spared. I only hope that some managed to flee before.
In my defense,
Forgive me,
I got
friend.
nothing.
Who did you say you were? Are you the one Malfurion spoke of?
Oh wow, look at the new models. They didn't have this back in the old
There are
days.
more wisps than I can count. The loss of life. Merciful Elune, please bless the fallen.
Wait, you're kidding me, right? They die and they become wisps. So they get to still live. So all these wisps are people that died in the forest. That's a lot of bodies. Whoa. Okay, that makes sense. We are doing the War of Thorns, the Alliance side. Okay, there's Matt. I'll put him in the live stream. Morning, buddy.
Yeah, I'm almost ready. I'm moving now.
That's cool, that's cool. No rush. So, from my understanding, all these wisps are pretty much people that have died in the forest. I'm on the right.
Night Elf turn into Wisp when they die.
Okay, fair enough. So, this is basically all the recently new dead people that are trying to go somewhere.
This is all the ancestors of the forest. You see the Night Elf? Okay, so the biggest defense is the Wisp. Remember, all of these Wisps destroyed the World Tree and Archimond in Warcraft 3. So the entire plot here for the Alliance is summon the Wisp. Because if we have Wisp, you have nothing. We have the ancestors. We're willing to fight and die again.
So, okay, let me get this straight. In Warcraft 3, they, how do I say this without getting this video flagged? The wisps sacrifice themselves by going kaboom at the enemy. And your strategy now is to sacrifice yourself and go kaboom at the enemy.
Yeah, basically hold off until the fleet gets here.
So basically the wisps are like, you know, boom people.
Are you calling them the Taliban?
I was trying not to get the video demonetized by saying a word that's probably flagged on YouTube, but I hope you guys get the implication of what the wisps do. They go kaboom.
Well, I said it, so it's already demonetized. Sorry.
I hope not. And apparently Celestia's enslaving people in the stream. I'm just like, what?
Why am I not surprised? I am not surprised at all. Come on, Mathias.
Kuma, if you're saying the video will get flagged, well, it's already demonetized. It's only been 10 minutes! What did I do?
I'm heading to Esteron now.
Okay, I'm just waiting here looking at a body. You know, because this corpse ain't gonna fuck itself.
Now you're demonetized.
Well, if I'm demonetized, I'm gonna go out the way I like to go out. Bloody and screaming.
If you want demonetized before, well, guess what? You're fucking demonetized now.
And there it is, the first swear word of the day. At least swear.
Well.
You need to like swear. What's that thing? Creatively. You can't just swear for the sake of swearing. It's got to be appropriate, you know. It's got to be classy. Oh yeah, I remember. This is the Hold of Van Cleth. All right. Let's get back to it.
I am glad you stand with us.
Are you the one Malfurion sent?
Are you on my friend?
Well, I just started. Are we on the same thing?
Yeah. One.
Yeah, my sisters lay slain on the soft earth of Ashen Vale. We are trained to expect losses. Soldiers die in battle, but this was a despicable act even for the Horde. We have little time to grieve, but we are not savages like our enemy. Please, help me say a prayer to Elune in honor of the fallen. Their wisps deserve the light of their blessing.
My people will endure.
Yeah, you're savages. Why not?
Stop calling me a savage. Knives of the Forsaken. Tread carefully. All is not as it seems. The butchers who did this still sulk within Ashtanar. If you find them, give them what they deserve.
The Horde will pay for this incursion.
Okay. So, time to send a prayer.
Is the only way.
Wow, the Horde sound like a bunch of emos right now.
Well, they are Horde.
Hey!
By the way, what happened to your flag?
I was doing web interviews last night for graduate programs at telecommunication companies, and Hachon's computer didn't work because all the questions were coming up in Japanese, and I cannot be expected to answer questions which I read in Japanese. My Japanese is atrocious. So I had to do it in my room. And the only way to make my room look semi-professional is I will put the widescreen on with the thingy. Watch it now on the stream. Look at that.
Yeah.
All that's left now is the Kuma in the background. There is no flag, there are no vodka bottles, nothing. There's just the Kuma in the background looking at me. Which is fucking creepy. That is so creepy! That is so creepy, man. That's like some Five Nights at Freddy's shit.
It took me a while to realize that you had a Peter Bear in the background. Like, it took me absurdly. Like, I've been watching for a long time. It took me way too long to realize you had a Peter Bear in the background.
Don't say that word. That might ban the channel. It's a 4chan Kuma. That's what I said to Google. Just roll with it.
Fine. 4chan.
It's the 4chan Kuma.
Hear the scream.
Don't tell them what it is. Slov power. I'm loving all the Slovs in the stream, but now that there's no flag, they look at me as some traitor.
Yeah, what happened to
I
your
serve the
Serbian
Tal'Dorei.
nationalism?
I had an interview, you know?
What? So they're racist against Serbians now?
Yes. Serbs are like, you know, disenfranchised as all hell, man.
Serbs are just misunderstood.
Man, have you ever seen how we're portrayed in the media? We're like, before terrorism, we were portrayed as the terrorists. It was just ridiculous.
No for the Dark Lady.
I remember one-shotting these on my hunter. Wow, that's the difference between my hunter and the warrior.
By the way, when you see a green blob on the ground, keep people in it.
Nani?
It's called lethal poison bomb.
Oh, poison bombs. Gotcha.
It does a insane amount of damage.
Oh, this thing. I didn't see my health going down.
Yeah, not that one. Remember
There is
before we
much
were
to be
fighting,
done.
you saw that green stuff that hit the ground when I was fighting?
Oh, those are your things. Okay, fair enough. The light of Elune. Bless you. Bless you too. It is no less than those filthy creatures deserved. A soft glow. The wisps, they sing with sorrow, but also with purpose. The forest stirs aglow with their light. That sound in the distance, could it be our Shandor? Quickly, Malfurion beckons.
My people will endure.
Meet Malfurion. Okay, let me just fix my head for a minute.
Yeah, I will mount up. When you're ready, I will mount up.
Okay, that should make it a little bit better. I'm more in the center. I feel so naked without my flag. Without my flag, I am nothing. Without me, my flag is nothing.
Well, you still have a Kuma. Come on, wait, what the?
Welcome aboard the... All right. We're Alliance now.
I actually, took that from the, Deathwing fight. Because when you get aboard the Skyfire, the captain goes, welcome aboard the Skyfire. You ready to chase down the end of the world? So I macroed every time I summon her, it will say that exact line.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I used to have a res macro. When I res someone, I insult them.
Who doesn't as a healer?
Someone's asked...
I would basically call, people hated dying, and back when I was on my shaman healing in raids, and I would constantly call people scrubs and shit like that when they would stuff like that when I would visit them, and they hate dying because the good master refuses to let anyone but me visit, just so they can get insulted.
Beautiful. Someone's asking why is air not physical? I mean, air is physical in a way, but it's so like widely spread that, you know, like it doesn't. Air technically doesn't have mass, does it? Well, the mass is so low. It's hydrogen and oxygen.
Soldiers, no! Do not rush the...
Horde really are the dumbest on the
At
planet.
least now we know how dangerous the
A
wisps
giant
can
wall of
be.
whip. What does the orc do? Run straight at
The
it.
wisps will not
One
harm
sec.
you. How may I aid you?
Oh, the wisps will not harm me. I'm out. I'm in. I'm out. I'm in. I'm out. I'm in. I'm in the middle. I'm causing graphical glitches.
I spat on the savannah.
No, you can't do that.
I did.
How might nature serve?
FYI, if you're curious, there's some people that actually can air here from Australia and send it to China. They charge like $40 for a can of air because it tastes sweet compared to the like China polluted air. And people actually buy it in China as a novelty. To show that they're wealthy, they try to breathe in Australian air in public. It's like, what?
That is the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, but people are getting rich off it.
Greetings, friend.
What do they ship it in?
Cans. Condensed cans
Do
of
they
air.
like? Do they take a plastic bottle and like?
No, it's
swing it
aluminium
around
bottle.
in the air? Then
Yeah, basically, they like package air from like the mountainside or the seaside into like a canister, and then they ship it overseas, and then people buy it for like $40 each, and then they try to breathe in the air from the sea, and they're like, how delicious. But I guess it would be delicious compared to air that essentially gives you lung cancer. That's how polluted it is there. If you downloaded the demo, you wouldn't be able to do this part. You would be level 100 to, level 1 to 20, which is like the first. We're doing 110 content. This is endgame. So you wouldn't be able to. And people are talking about writing exams, and people are judging me for saying what people are shipping air for sale. It's something unbelievable. Does anybody have Celestia's ships? I'm scared.
I must protect.
I am
the
glad
wild.
you have come. Oh god, that sounded wrong out of context. The Horde will come to regret the day they stepped into Darkshore. Mark my words. Hidden amongst the leaves. Oh my god, did they just make a Naruto reference? Did they just make a Naruto reference? When the Horde invaded, I did my best to thwart them, but it was unknown how many forces have made passage already. This wall will slow them down, but it will not halt their attack entirely. Malfurion is perk. Do you hear that, hero? The ancients call to us. We must protect them at all costs. They see what our eyes cannot see, and hear what our ears cannot perceive. I have druids in the Twilight Vale. Find them. Send them to the Grove of the Ancients. I will reinforce the wall. Oma X Celestia. Oh my god. Mercy for the mad. The ruin wrought by the Horde is driving the children of the forest mad. Chief among them are Blackwood Furbolgs. They have given into the madness and are a threat to everyone. If left to their madness, they could strike us from behind while our forces engage the Horde. It pains me to ask this, but please, when you are in the Twilight Vale, put those creatures out of their misery before they endanger anyone else.
Nature stands with you.
Oh wow. So we also have to kill them.
Malfurion.
yeah,
going on?
but
Horde
we're
forces
killing
have
them
gathered
out of
at
the
the Thorns
safety
outpost.
of.
One sec,
The
one sec, one
Banshee
sec.
Queen seeks to capture the World Tree. Dalaran, travel to our outposts. Gather every soldier you can find and bring them here.
I serve. And you, Shando?
Sylvanas seeks to engage me, and I plan to give her what she wants. Word has been sent to our fleet. Elune willing, they will soon return.
As you command.
Okay. I want to hear every single one of these engages. Okay, continue.
So the difference is, they're mad. They have become mad and frenzied. So our philosophy is, it's mercy. What would you rather do? Have them give to madness and strike anything and everything that comes near them, or put them out of the misery now.
I mean, it seems
consider
logical,
mercy.
but in some countries they would put them in parliament.
Well, we're not the real world. We don't put mad people in parliament.
See what I did there? I made a hit at the politicians.
And we're not killing those guys up here.
Oh,
Hold on, what's the one that Sylvanas is killing? I'm having trouble navigating. Anyway, see all the ones around here? These are what we are killing. Sylvanas is actually killing the city.
all right.
So we're just killing the insane ones.
I get it. I get it. Sylvanas is a baddie.
Of course, don't you know?
No. I just blindly follow the orders for patriotism and all that
That's
stuff.
what happens when you blindly follow your leaders. You
I don't
start
know.
wars.
I don't know. Malfurion could be up to something. He's mighty suspicious, you know.
He's the leader of the Sanayan Circle.
Druids?
Which, by the way, I have a feeling the Sanayan Circle is no longer going to be in effect after this.
That's gonna be interesting because I'm like not too familiar with them. Anyways, let's just rescue all these mother pledges. I can round them up. Oh wait, you're also, let's see what I can do.
Yeah, and I'm maxing out, focusing on the combat.
No, all you gotta do is AoE when they come for me. I'm behind a tree. And apparently they can shoot through a tree. I can't line of sight them behind a tree, apparently.
I hope blind that guy.
That's what I get for trying to PvP.
And that guy. Pop and paste.
That's what I get for trying to PvP.
Keep shot him. By the way, you know what? Our rogues in vanilla were broken as hell.
Yes, you could mash 2 buttons and be a winner. Most people still
No,
don't realize
they
that.
could unlock you for hours by cheap shotting. Vanish, cheap shot. Blind, wait out the diminishing return and vanish. And get back in stealth. Then open up again, cheap shot. Vanish, cheap shot, prep, cheap shot.
Yeah, cheap shot was OP.
Like blind was OP. Blind allowed him to do this 4 or 5 times without having an issue.
Yeah, I remember watching the old videos of them just blinding, killing them half to death, and then just blinding them and waiting it out. People are talking about Connor. I'm thinking they're talking about Terminator. Dun 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 dun.
I am
That is such
glad
a
you
great
stand
movie.
with us.
Terminator 2, I reckon, was like the shit. That's the first one I watched. Hidden amongst the leaves. Illumin be praised. They're sounding like a cult. It is a tragedy that so many blogs had to perish, but it was necessary. In their madness, they could have attacked our own people, leaving us fighting a battle on 2 fronts. And as we know, 2 fronts is bad. Curse those goblins and their infernal machines. They're using a shredder to desecrate our sacred grove. We need that monstrosity taken down.
You take the shredder. I will drive the invaders from the grove.
Okay, let's kill the shredder. Wait, are you even here?
Yeah, I've been here. I've been attacking from the stealth the whole time.
Oh, right, my bad.
So that way when you come in and fight him, he's at least somewhat weakened.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, they're talking about Detroit Become Human. I have never played it. I hear it's good.
Very good game.
Sweet.
You should play it.
Oh, Matt, guess what I got yesterday? Oh, wait, you already know.
I
Sweet.
wish to see it on stream. I wish you to take pictures and send it to her.
I don't have to take pictures. One sec, I'll get the box.
Yeah, but we want to see it unwrapped. Have you unboxed it yet or no? when machines become human, that's when we're all screwed.
Oh yeah! We got it! We got it! We got it! We got it! Okay, we're back. I just showed it on screen.
I know. Awesome, dude. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. I didn't even want the
get
Fortnite
lots of
bundle.
one.
They just gave it to me for free. I just bought the normal thing. Ah, don't worry. We'll play Last of Us soon.
Was it,
There's
before
much
we
to be
continue,
done.
was it 550 or did they actually give you a 500 bundle?
No. I went to Costco.
Oh,
I was like, fuck you, EB, because they advertised it for $500. I came in with $500. They're like, we can't sell it to you for $500. I'm like, you have it advertised for $500. You have it in stock. I brought the money willing to buy. What up? And they're like, oh, we have to send it for $550 now. I'm like, that's kind of illegal. It's like, I'm sorry, we can't do anything. I'm like, no, I'm not taking it personally against you. But it's like, that's a dick move by EB Games. It's like, it's technically illegal, but I can't be fucked going through the process to reprimand them for it. And I'm like, fuck you.
Do you want to hear the funny thing? That I have not seen an EB Games in like 20 years.
Yeah, they're in Australia now.
They used to be in America, but they basically banned it.
Yeah, game thingos fucked up in America too.
Yep.
Yeah, but like the point is, I came there to buy it for the advertised price, you know, and they wouldn't sell it. I'm like, you guys are fucking your own business right now. And then I just went elsewhere. But screw that. Anyway, I never understood why FPS games are made for consoles, because some people don't play on PC. I'll try to see if I can sell the Fortnite code.
The Horde will pay
Because,
for this incursion.
The reason people like using console for FPS is because PC gaming is expensive.
That is true. PC gaming is expensive, but it's actually cheaper in the long run if you count like the $100 you're paying per game on the console. Think about it, right? How much do you save playing on PC per game? A lot, and that adds up in the end.
I bought like 70 games for $100 one.
Okay, yeah, if you're getting non-current titles, fair enough.
Well, I buy them on the Steam sale. Buying the Steam sale, you can get a shit ton of good stuff.
Back in the day, I used to be able to download it for free. But anyway.
There is much to be done.
Okay,
Talk about that.
Delia and Summermoon. Well done. These series have so many stories to tell. Okay. Ancient of Lore. Enraged Furblocks. The ancients of the forest are all connected to one another. We can sense the disturbance from deep within our roots. I can feel it, Ninja Kuma. The rumble of their footsteps in the distance, the thundering clamor of war. With every branch they break, they awaken the ancients. Soon my brethren will answer in kind, for nothing shall disturb the balance of nature. A disturbance is near, our kindred spirits cry for help. Seek it out and restore balance. Let's rescue these bastards. We need to rescue the Elder Blog, Grand Tornfur, and Elder Brownpaw. People are discussing a game I haven't even played. Like, even if there were spoilers, I wouldn't be able to understand it.
After you, champion. If you would like me to incapacitate any of them. Careful, hero. We must do this quietly.
Oh, and I got a welcome.
Oh wait, I'm not supposed to kill everything? Whoops.
No. Did you get the quest or no?
Oh wait.
I am glad you stand
Elves
with
in the
us.
machine. The Horde have already set up camp here, but we can still strike back. Their war machines are terrible to behold, but they are still machines. And machines do not work well when you go in and hulk up a bunch of their inner workings. If we can sabotage but a few of them, that could mean dozens of lives saved.
Elune, save us.
Okay, there we go. What? They put like a rug mat? What the hell's going on? Oh, these are the ones that Sylvanas was doing. Oh wow, they're fighting their own kind. The crazy ones and the normal ones are fighting. No wait, that's Orgrimmar grunts.
Ah, you can't even tell the difference.
Yeah, I didn't get one if you destroyed it.
It didn't count.
Oh wow, they're using sleeping powder
Avoid
to
being
encap.
detected. We cannot draw too much attention.
Oh wow, I can't disappear. Shit. Damn goblins.
You have to get out of combat. Oh, shit.
He just brought more here. What the hell? No stopping death attacks is what the hell. Let's try not to aggro more.
Well, back up and not attack that.
Wait. Messing up the shredder, good, but destroying it, bad? What? Okay, let's do this slowly and properly. I don't wanna... where are we going?
Well, at least that goblin was absolutely right. See what that goblin said?
Yeah, death and taxes. Oh, by the way, there's a new tax in Australia. Not only do we have to pay like a tax when you buy something for the government to stamp it, it's called stamp duty, you also have to pay GST tax on it now, which is a goods and services tax on top of that tax. So when you buy something now, not only do you have to pay like 10% to buy it if it's property, you pay an extra 10% again to the federal government. So you pay both the state and federal government separately. The same amount. Come with us to safety, we will not harm you.
The Horde must have driven the furbolgs from
If
their
you
home.
buy a drink in New York, you can't get draws anymore.
I know, but knowingly giving other people HIV is cool. It's like, what? Man.
Also, apparently if you go to something like the Barclays Center, which is a sports center in New York,
Kill this
they
one quickly,
apparently,
before they alert the others.
if you buy a bottle of water, they won't even give you the cap back.
What? You can't close it?
Careful, hero. We must
Yeah,
do this
because
quietly.
people are so, oh my god, you're gonna destroy the world with plastic.
What the hell is going on?
So they're going overboard by basically making like straws are gonna be illegal. Like, first off, I'm not throwing my straws in the ocean. I know we live close to the water, but even I'm not that much of an asshole.
I mean, I'm all for helping the environment, but there's sometimes when logic has to come into it.
Somebody can slip me the pill. That sounded weird.
Yeah, it sounded like you wanted to get a pill in your drink. Come with us to safety, we will not harm you.
The Horde. There are so many of them.
Yeah, if I was on my demon hunter, I could have double jumped over this hill.
Yeah. Okay, let's destroy these demolishers.
How many did you get yet?
I only got 2. How many do you have?
One, apparently.
Careful, hero. We
They don't
must
share,
do
you
this
have to right click it
quietly.
yourself. Can you right click the same one I do?
I just right click that one.
Yeah, you gotta click them. You're down 1, so you gotta do 1 extra.
Yeah, I know. Luckily for me, I'm in stealth, so I'm in double stealth.
Lucky. I'm not, and I'm going through. What the hell is this?
Watch. Zap that one. Stuck that guy.
Yeah. Okay, I need 1 more and you need 2.
Where did you get the foot?
You missed one along the way somewhere. Come here, there's one here.
Yeah, apparently. I will. There's one over there. I'll go get that one,
I serve the
and
god
then I will
Lord.
find another one.
We have done what we
there's one
can
over
here.
there.
I just got knocked out. We've done what
I'm
we can
glad
here.
you
Come,
stand
we'll
with
finish
us.
this mission.
The Horde will pay
Oh,
for this
did
incursion.
you see that message I sent you on Discord? That PvP item is reusable.
Okay. We'll worry about that a
And-
little bit later.
It's really useful, except for some reason people keep trying it on me. I'm at the Demon Hunter, and I'm like, why? It's not
Oh,
like
the one that knocks you out of flight. Yeah.
it's like, oh, you knocked me out of flight. Glide.
Yeah, I don't know. People don't check. People are silly. Alright, let us continue. I am just looking at the chat and they're all talking about that Detroit Become Human game. I'm like, what? I'm just like,
It's a good game.
it is so random. It is so
It's my
random.
it's one of my favorite recent games, just because it's from the glorious god known as David Cage.
Fair enough. Have the
David
fuck.
Cage also made Fahrenheit and the Good Prophecy, Heavy Rain, and also made Beyond Human.
I heard. Alright, let's focus on this. We'll discuss that later. Let's focus on the quest line, otherwise we'll never get done. Have the Furlagars been returned to the wild? Yes, they have. The wake of something new. The disturbance has become more severe. I am sensing a powerful force in our midst. It is unlike anything I have felt before. It comes from the earth itself. You and Delirian Summermoon must seek it out. Go to the water's edge, to the place you call Najbel. Jesus. Reading that is
Right
a mouthful.
away.
Oh, does she give me another quest? No, she doesn't. She's just gonna fly. Let us fly.
I'm on my Black Raven. I love the name for the rogue mount.
What is it?
Shadowblade Murderous Omen.
Wow.
That's not ominous as hell.
Tell me about it.
I think I actually have all of them. It's Shadowblade's Crimson Omen, Shadowblade's Lethal Omen, and Shadowblade's Murderous Omen.
Nice.
And
There's much to be
Shadowblade's
done.
Baneful Omen.
And it's pretty cool because it's got that black glow. It's not just a raven, it's got a glow. The
Quote
Horde,
the Raven, never mind.
the Horde have taken the Master's Glaive. We thought the glow from this palace was Elun's light, but it appears to be the Azerite the Horde so desperately desire. I'm surprised they never noticed it. Azerite denial. This substance, Azerite, is hurting Onu, and the Horde seems eager to collect it for themselves. We must not let that happen. Collect as much Azerite as you can find, ensure the Horde do not retrieve it. No Horde allowed. The Horde forces in this area are trying to collect as much Azerite as possible. No doubt they intend to weaponize it. Slay any Horde forces you can. They must not be allowed to get their hands on Azerite.
Elune, save us.
Okay, so now we're going to collect the Azerite and kill as many Horde as we can. We all know how this ends. I mean, the Horde make it through. Oh, that was you. Wow, this is so easy. Every minute I can just, like, spin around like a Beyblade. Okay, it's odd. The progress on this shares, so if you grab it, I also grab it. But the other one, it didn't share. That's just odd.
Yeah. One of the things I love about Rogue is I can constantly pay at Fan of Knives and get combo points, and then spend it, and I have a chance to proc the Poison Bomb, which drops that Poison Bomb. That's like right there.
So rogues are really good for AoE now.
They have been. The problem is, it, like, first off, Outlaw is still gonna be the best. The problem is, Outlaw often is random, because let's just make you roll dices for buff.
Yeah.
By the way, 350.
I know, right? I remember this. This was so perfect. And something ate it. Oh, poor Lightness monster. I really felt well geared until I hit a level 110. Now I feel weak. Because the scaling just goes downhill. Okay, that's done, and we gotta kill one more Horde.
Well, everyone eventually fight beside you.
I hope we get some gear after this.
We can actually do the Warcraft in here and get gear. On top of that, the Warcraft in this Darkshore, you can also replace your weapon if you're under 210 item level.
I am under 210. I'm 153. Where is it?
You have to complete the quest line.
Okay, and then after that, you get a world quest that gives you awesome buff. Nice.
I serve the count.
Yeah, like they have, they're basically allowing you to replace any gear under 210 through Warcraft. It kind of sucks to do this in World PvP because this is where everybody beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah. Azerite denial. Excellent work. This Azerite is a powerful substance indeed. We must not allow the Horde to get their hands on it. Complete. No Horde allowed. We'll end the Horde's invasion. Here and now, without this Azerite, they cannot win. It kind of sucks because the Horde already got plenty of it. Do you hear his voice? Malfurion seeks out aid. Keep your head high. The ancients stand by you this
The
day.
Horde will
Brothers
pay for
and
this
sisters, the Horde is pressing further into Darkshore. Rally at the Wild Bend River.
Okay, so they're pushed
I
even
love
more.
looking at that tornado.
I hear screams. Or is that fighting? Let me see. Screams or fighting, or maybe both.
Oh, this
Oh, the
this-
tree's throwing a lot of rocks.
Well, it's not like they're gonna throw branches.
But why the melee guys standing next to a river? They're useless there. Bad strategy is bad. Oh, I think Malfurion destroyed the bridge. That explains it.
How might nature
We must push them
serve?
back. We do not fight alone. This day the ancients would bear you in their branches. Hold nothing back in the defense of our forest.
May nature guide your path.
Alright. Go, tree.
We're the tree of life. How will we be the tree of life? By killing.
Wow.
Don't forget to heal yourself.
Why couldn't they do this in Warcraft 3?
They didn't have the equipment to do it. Put it this way, the technology for all this stuff came a long way since then.
This is true. I will return you to safety. Hold tightly. Wow, this tree can run. Back in Warcraft 3, this tree was slow as shit.
I know.
We must protect the
We must
wild.
hold
By
them
the way,
back.
I'll continue.
For every foe we slay, 2 more take their place. We are too few in number to stand toe-to-toe. We must fall back. Strategy can yet overcome numbers. We will regroup in Darnassus. I will send for Delirian. I remember if you had like 50 of these trees, you could just like bombard anything.
May the winds be at your back.
Okay, so they're falling back even more. Where are they
So-
falling back to?
I don't know.
Really? That's a big, like, leap.
Yeah, but they still have a lot of forces on here. Most of the Asians and stuff are gonna hold them, because they have to make it all the way to Lorendale in order to get there.
So we're going all the way to Dalaran now. So we gotta go to Lorendale
Done.
and then to Dalaran.
Don't answer.
Yeah, so we're gonna give them all this, like, land.
No,
Like,
it's
just to march.
basically... No, the forest is still fighting. They still have druids and all that stuff fighting. But they're trying to get the... So, remember, Malfurion, what the first thing he did when he found out about this?
Wistball?
He sent word.
Yeah, fleet.
All of this is attrition. Slow them down as little as possible. They cannot win if they sacrifice everything here and now. They have to wait it out. They're slowing them down. It takes time to get all the way out here. So if we can slow them down, and the Alliance and the fleet get back here, not only can they push them back, but history has said when the Alliance and the entirety of Darkshore fight side by side, they usually push them out.
That makes sense. Otherwise, this place would have been conquered a long time ago.
Remember Garrison? Garrison did the same thing in, I think it was Warcraft. He pushed into Ashenvale, but the Alliance united and pushed him out.
Was that, which expansion was that?
That was between expansions.
Oh, fair enough.
And that's actually when Gen and Varian became buddy-buddy. They hated each other.
Oh, so they became buddy-buddy after our campaign.
Yeah. They became buddy-buddy after hunting and killing Horde.
Huh, and which expansion was that? That was,
That was, so... In the, this is all in books.
Oh.
So, before Cataclysm, like this event takes place between remember the Gilneas quest line?
Yeah, we do that. We are in
Just after
Darkshore.
that.
Okay, so after that
just
there's a
that.
book.
And the book basically tells the story of them coming into the Alliance, and everybody was in favor of it except for one person.
Okay.
One person remembered that Gilneas shut their doors on the Alliance previously.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Varian remembered that. He remembered you people didn't abandon us before. He thought them nothing but dogs.
Browse at your
And
leisure.
it's the great story of Varian becoming one with the anger inside of him. Because he's still battling with anger. He's still battling with the rage of being Lok'Tar, the wolf. That was a heavy thing, you know? Now, follow me, I have to check something.
Wait, can I hand in this quest?
Oh,
I am glad you
there's a
stand
Horde.
with us.
These are troubled times. We must gather our strength. If we hope to push the Horde out of our lands, we must call upon all the strength of our people to offer. Go and seek out the druids, the priestesses, and sentinels. Make the call to arms and watch as the Kaldorei rise to action. Only together can we hope to end the stalemate at the Wildbend River. When you are finished, report to the Malfurion he awaits in the fleet.
My people will
Get
endure.
the mage.
Wow, there's actual Horde invading.
Some Horde decided to come in here and they were gonna hearth out, but I kicked their hearth and interrupted it.
Nice. Okay, call to arms time.
You're not leaving this place. You will die in this place.
What are you, the Red Queen in Resident Evil? Okay, time to do a speech.
I am honored.
I can hear the drums of war echoing through the forest. The druids of the Claw stand ready to protect this land for all those who seek to destroy it. The Horde have halted their advance at Wildbend River. We must push them back at once.
Till next we meet.
Darkshore is under attack. We must move swiftly to protect our forest. Rally together, our force allies. The World Tree must be preserved. I love that this entire thing is the freaking World Tree.
Well, here's the thing. It's not a true ball tree.
What's a true World Tree?
Okay, so story time. You would think it took thousands of years to grow this thing.
Yes, it is
It didn't.
massive.
It took a short amount of time. This is also supernaturally grown.
Really? This massive tree is supernatural?
Yeah.
Well, I figured that part. Oh wow, there's a lot of sentinels here, and they're just standing here. Look at your butts out there.
Hello.
Captain, the Horde have reached the Wildband River. We cannot hold them for long.
Good luck, friend.
We must take action. Sentinels, forward face. Huntresses, you are to reinforce the southern border of Darkshore. Bring the glaive throwers. Oh, dude. Sentinels, create a battle line at the Wildband River. Rouse our allies at the Grove of the Ancients. Hippogriff archers, come with me. We will regroup in Laurendale and remain vigilant as mobile support units. That leaves you, hero. Report back to Captain Summerman and reinforce their borders. Man, playing as Night Elves, you just use hit and run tactics in Warcraft 3. That's all you need.
Yeah, that's what they thought too. A lot of them, like, the Night Elf cannot stand toe-to-toe with the Horde. So what do? Hit, run, hide.
Yeah.
It's hard to kill and hard to beat, because even if they lose the tree, all they're gonna do is go into the forest and make life a living hell.
Dude, come here. There's a multi-boxer. Look how many things he has. This is probably like 10 accounts.
The march of the undead. The march of the skeleton. We march to war.
No, it's just this guy's probably like playing 10 accounts.
This is actually amazing. And the fact that everything is in such unison is actually, I don't know, it's moving, you know? I have to do the colorizer to force valid. So this is not a true world tree because it wasn't blessed by all the dragon aspects like the original one was.
He's like, do you need something? I'm just like, just streaming.
There is much to be done.
What guild tag? I have a guild. Oh, Horde.
He made.
Wow, he just stood next to like 20 Death Knights. What a fucking idiot.
He's like, I'm here. Oh, shit.
He just fell over. He just got one shot.
He fell through the damn bridge.
Okay, back to the looming threat. I gotta get the priestesses on site.
Goddess, bless you.
Priestess, we require your aid to hold the Horde at Wildbend River.
May the stars guide you.
Darkshore is under attack. Send word to the High Priestess at once. Sisters, come with me. We must protect our lands from the Horde. Okay. So we gotta go back to Ruth Theron. Okay, gotcha.
So the reason why the world tree is important, the world tree gives the Night Elf immortality.
So you burn it down, no more immortality.
They don't have immortality anyway. Here's the thing, they had. Oh, by the way, look who's here.
Furia?
I am glad.
The symbol of the fleet is back.
There is much to be done.
Oh, there's a ship. Oh, shit. Okay, there's a... No, but these are Darnassus ships.
Yeah,
This
the
is-
Darnassus fleet.
Yeah.
They took the Darnassus fleet away. They're still waiting on the Alliance. That's what now everything comes down to. Wait for the... Who can do first? Can they conquer? This is all a race now. Stefan, did we take Darnassus before the Alliance happened? Because if the Alliance comes here, this is it. She has to fight tooth and nail in a battle of attrition.
Yeah. What happened?
She can't win against
What happened?
Night Elf
What
and
happened to
attrition.
mages and portals? I thought that was a thing. Like,
Don't ask questions.
don't ask questions. No plot holes. Just go with it. But don't we have mages? No, not anymore.
It's hard to move an army through a portal. You can easily move a couple people through a portal, but to move armies and siege weapons and all that stuff, it's very difficult.
I mean, it is, but like, you know what I mean? If the ship has the siege weapons and you're just like moving infantry through, you know, like a single line through portals. I mean, at the very least, you're reinforcing something. I mean, there's viable ways to use portals. Let's not kid ourselves.
Besides, if the Alliance comes here, they're coming here in forces. That means they're gonna have airships. They're gonna have the Dwarven siege weapons.
I mean, I know, but like completely discounting the portals is a little bit of a like, okay, let's pretend portals don't exist sort of thing.
They
How
do,
might
but
nature
you can't
serve?
move an army through a portal.
I know, but you can send like that's the thing. We're completely discounting them, which is like, all right, fair enough, but
Guide
you know,
your path.
it's kind of like one
We
of those
must
things.
protect the wild.
No matter the odds, we must stay strong.
Our fleet has returned from Silithus. Elune be praised. Their might is sorely needed. King Anduin will send his soldiers to aid us. We must hold our ground until they arrive. Your deeds will not be forgotten by the Kaldori, hero. The aid you lend in these dark times could make all the difference.
May our will be stronger than their machines of war.
Oh wow, look at these
A
quests.
war is not won or lost in a single battle. Our day will come.
Dude, fucking, I don't even think my hunter has this item level. 210. Isn't 210 like the equivalent of 900?
No. I don't know. I don't think. All I know is, my Death Knight does not need anything from the...
All I know is all this is an upgrade. I'm 160 heirloom gear and a 210 item is like a massive upgrade.
And I will fly to help you.
So is that it for now? We can't do more quests?
Talk tomorrow.
Yeah, fair enough. So that's the... Oh, wow. So the Horde side is massive as opposed to the Alliance side just getting beat back. But I'm guessing the Alliance is going to have a massive campaign then later on. Like, probably at Undercity.
Because remember, so I'll take a look at this from a war perspective. Savannah knows she cannot get past the wild bend. She knows it's stopped. She knows it's halted. Right now, all she's doing is waiting for the Sour Fang and what groups he brought through to get a path through Fairwood and to flank them
Even
from behind.
underwater, those Azerite powder kegs are still
The
quite
Alliance
dangerous.
is
I
waiting
want you to detonate them
on
before they can float to the surface. Try to
reinforcements
keep yourself in
from
one piece, would
Stormwind. So it's just a question of who gets here first. Can Southfang get around the Alliance forces and through Fairwood all the way up to Winterspring to get back through here? Or does this Alliance get here first? That's what that a lot of. They're waiting on the
Dude, where are you? I'm doing the quest here.
Oh, right.
By the way, I'm enabling chat on the stream. And the view account's broken again. GG. Turning it off. It's a piece of crap. Chat box should be on soon. Wow, that took like less than an hour. But fair enough.
And you can skip it now.
No, I want these items.
You can actually skip the entire question on any turns. When they're about to do the talking, tell the leader, I've done this, just skip to the Darkshore.
Oh wow, so even for the Horde?
Even for the, I think even for the, because the Alliance can just skip straight here.
Yeah, but like, don't you get a mount for doing all the quests, or do you just have to skip through the sections?
Yeah, I think you have to do the quest first in order to actually skip it eventually.
Oh, fair enough.
But
Yeah,
it's
that
one
makes
of those-
sense. It's like an account
I've
thing.
already seen that.
Yeah. Okay, I got a few more kegs, and we'll get an item. I don't know why the text is not on the screen yet. I'm gonna enable it. Oh, now it's on. Text is on the screen. Nice. All right, people in chat, you're actually on the screen now. Kuma's gonna be confused. Why am I gonna be confused? What have you guys done? What have you guys done?
Well, they're talking random, so they're obviously up to no good.
They're obviously up to no good.
Your chat, no offense, is always up to no good.
I know, right? Let's just invite random people that we see around here, because if they're doing dailies, why not let them join us? Alright, I'm going on the shore to kill some Hordes. I feel sick doing that. I feel like a traitor.
You're not a traitor. You're just doing your natural duty to the Alliance.
No! I'm not a sissy girl.
We're not sissies. We have a man. We have King Mandarin.
He's not a man yet.
He was in that cinematic when it ball dropped in the when he picked up Charlemagne.
I mean, his balls dropped for a brief second, but I've yet to see him kick someone's butt royally.
Have you seen that? He killed a bunch of You didn't see the broken sword when he basically pounded that troll right into the ground with the force of the power of the light.
He killed one infantry soldier. I mean, come on. It takes a little more than that.
You seem a little
Ooh, look at that.
singed, hero. Things not go as planned?
He killed 3.
Okay, that's one item. That's a massive upgrade already. Massive. Massive.
Don't try any.
I love how they also give me axes.
Yeah, I don't need axes. I need freaking dagger, but yeah, we don't want to get.
You can't change the loot, can you? It's like,
am I in?
The chat's. What is the chat even? What was the chat, guys? YouTube. What was the chat going on about? I'm so confused. What were you guys chatting about? Are you done? I'm going to our sacred forest up at the north.
Almost. I am setting the kegs off now.
Oh, wait. I flew away. My bad. And I'll wait here for you.
Okay. First off,
Horde
blind that
soldiers
guy.
are stealing resources from our lands. Stop them before they deplete our sacred forest.
I like how the hordes are just basically overrun everywhere. I was worried that the Alliance campaign would be long, but luckily it wasn't.
Well, the Alliance is basically defense and...
What the
fuck? How the Night Elves do not fight a war like everyone else. They fight a war of subterfuge, and...
I'm being called Fura Kuma. I'm scared. Hyla Kuma, Jesus.
I think it's time to I think it's time to do an analysis of who you have on chat.
Yeah,
because that's scaring.
I think it's time I start trying to analyze my own chat.
Why do they think you're a Nazi or something?
I don't know. I don't look like a Nazi.
You don't look like one.
I don't act like one. I don't even speak German.
I mean, like, German sounds so angry to me. I don't know why. I've heard.
I say it's passionate. I would say. German's very passionate sounding language. It has a lot of emphasis, and you know, so it makes it sound angry because all the other languages are just so soft. And now we're discussing languages.
Do I need anything from that one?
There's a certain guideline to be one. Interesting. I mean, I would assume a Nazi would have to behave like a Nazi, right? I mean, like...
You have to...
You know what I mean?
You have to have blonde hair, blue eyes, white, obviously.
Yeah, but what about neo-Nazis then?
They like to go by the same thing. You can't be Jewish. You have to be, probably Christian. I'm not sure what the religion, but I know you can't be Jewish because, you know.
You know, the whole belief thing.
I I don't know the exact thing, but I think
A
that's
Nazi
how it
is a person who thinks their race is better and will die for it. I mean, isn't
Why
that,
are we
isn't-
talking about Nazis anyway?
someone in chat, but isn't that more like a supremacist? Because the Nazis are a very particular group. I thought Kuma was a Sith that happened to be a goblin glider mafia boss. That's also a banana. A kunana. What the fuck?
You are a Goblin Glider Mafia boss.
I should have made a goblin called 350.
The Cult of 350.
Can that be a cult? And all donations are considered charity? Tax purposes?
Yeah.
You need about
And
350.
I am one of the
You're like the pastor. The Church of 350. You know there's like a Church of the Spaghetti Monster in Australia?
That's
Some
amazing.
guy's part of the church and he gets to wear, you know the like drainer that you use for like pasta?
Yeah,
Yeah, he wears that on his fucking head.
That's actually amazing.
I know, right? And he's actually a registered religion in Australia. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, mate. Like, can you seriously take this serious?
I'm way behind on you.
The
but
flying
hey,
spaghetti monster. Oh, pick up the wood. I don't know if you're getting the piles. Pick up the pile. It should give you something.
Yeah, but you're gonna have fun.
Oh, I thought you get them as well. My bad. That's weird. Some of these
Well,
quests
false hero.
share
And with such
progress. The
fervor.
other ones don't. I don't know why. It's so
Mine's
silly.
at 74.
But with each quest, I become more powerful. Do you drink the Kool-Aid in the cult? Are you thinking of the Fat Pizza one? When there's like a cult? The Habushka one? Did I show you guys that clip in Danganronpa? Did you see it? Where the son of the prophet is a pot smoker? I think I showed it to you guys.
3 more %. You, Horde soldier, you must pay for your sins of your watching.
As soon as you start taking the religious high ground, I get worried. Complete?
All hail the cult of Kuma.
I'm not a cult. Alright, let's go get some weapons.
I will help you get your weapon because I don't want sword.
And I'm going to use this 210 weapon to replace my artifact. Isn't that just sad?
Yeah, but I'm not using mine because I am not getting rid of. I'm not going outlaw. I do not like outlaw.
I know, but what I mean is like we're trading out the artifact already. It's just like,
By the way, isn't looking at the tornado kind of beautiful?
in a very destructive way, yes, the tornado is beautiful. The Third Reich is a socialist party, meaning it was open to any race, and a Jew in the Third Reich before 1938 was not killed. So after 1938, they pretty much started, you know, regardless of political ideology, just killing them based on race, right? Doesn't that sound a little counterproductive? Like, imagine if one of your own guys is Jewish, but he's like the biggest Nazi you've ever met. What do you do? Like, what do you do? And plus, wasn't Hitler also
These
quarter
spirits
Jewish?
are mere shells of who they once were. Warm them with your touch.
But don't tell the followers
Give
that.
them peace.
I like... Hey Martin, the stream has gone weird in a way. Yes, it has. We are defending Alliance and talking about political ideologies.
You know what's kind of funny? 2 World Wars wouldn't have started if one guy didn't get assassinated.
You know what's funny? There was a British soldier in World War I that basically had Hitler in his gun sights, and he refused to shoot him. He believed that sparing the life of the soldier was the right thing to do. Had he shot Hitler, World War II would have never happened. What does that teach you?
Had he shot Hitler, America wouldn't have risen to power as it did.
Yeah, but like, think about it this way. What does that teach you? What kind of lesson is that? Sparing the life in a
don't
war
hurt
could
anyone.
start another war?
It's funny. There was a guy, who, I think it was World War One or two. I can't remember which one it was. It might have been both. He went through the entirety of World War One or two, or both, with the bow and arrow and the sword.
Yeah. And he used to play. He was Scottish. Invite this Shadow Priest. Invite him. He was Scottish, wasn't he? He captured an entire gun position in Turkey with a fucking sword and bow and arrow. He basically flanked them.
He was really upset when the war ended.
Yeah, he wanted to last longer.
He was actually in the process of heading over to Japan to but when he got there, the war was over, and he was really upset about that.
Spirits are at peace. So
he really wanted more.
You have my
Yeah, shit, he would have been perfect. Could you imagine having him in your battalion of recruits? You've got all these kids, and you have this one motherfucker with a sword and a bow and arrow. You're just fuck it, keep it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was basically a Viking. He was a Viking, pretty much.
Oh, wait, that's not you. You're here. Jump
Yeah,
on.
I've got my axe, but let's go. Have you completed this?
Jump on.
Oh, right.
Why have one axe when you can have two?
Basically, yeah. I'm probably not going to use the spec, but this one's 150. Someone keeps calling Kuma a Führer. My grandfathers fought against the Nazis and killed quite a few of them. I don't think I'm a Nazi. Communism and... How did we get here? How did we get to this conversation? Why?
Why can't you people go back to talking about Danganronpa and
Azeroth
how
has surfaced amongst
one
the ruins
person
of
apparently
Darkshore.
is a
We
robot
cannot let the
and
Horde get their hands on it.
whether a robot is human? Why can't you go back to that conversation?
Yeah, and
It's
the conversation of
confusing.
Celestia having sex slaves wasn't as creepy as Nazis, to be honest.
I'd rather listen to that conversation than whatever the hell we have now.
I mean, to be honest, yeah, sure, it might be a bit creepy having someone with sex slaves, but it's a little less dangerous than having Nazis marching the streets.
Yeah, I mean, Nazis are really bad.
You don't say!
I don't think the chat realizes Nazis are not good people.
I don't think the chat realizes that Nazis would have probably killed half our chat.
I would be dead.
They wouldn't want me dead too, man. I would, fuck, man, I'm Serbian. Imagine
You're
that.
a Serb. You're a Serb. How close would that be to a Russian?
It wasn't just that. Hitler hated Slavs in general. He's like, oh, you guys sometimes do have blonde hair and blue-green eyes, but fuck it, I hate you because I hate you. And it's like, what? So you're killing people based on appearance, but even though we sometimes fit your appearance, you still want to kill us because you hate us for no apparent reason. Even though we have absolutely no reason to fight you. Think about it for a minute. At what point in the war did Russia get involved? When Germany attacked them. Why did Germany attack them? Because Hitler. What the fuck?
He also could actually blame you guys for, because wasn't it the Slavic state, wasn't it actually Serbia who assassinated that one guy?
It was. Alright, so World War I basically started like this. There's the Duke in Austria. He was doing something and it pissed off some, Serbian university student. And unlike the social justice warriors in America, our students basically get shit done. So instead of protesting, he basically shot him. He just pulled out a gun and shot him.
Kill them. Oh yeah, before I die. Thank you. Okay, now continue.
So, he just basically shot him. He was in a motor thing in a car, and the student just came with a pistol and shot him. Point blank range.
You want to hear the hilarious thing about that?
Go for it.
So, they initially missed everything. the only reason he managed to get him was because, so, the Austrian-Hungarian Empire, whatever it was, he wanted to go to the hospital where all the injured people were, so he can show his support. Well, they didn't know how to get there. Remember, they only knew one route, and they weren't like, so they got lost, and they stopped in front of a deli. Well, one of the assassins was so upset that he missed the chance to get the Duke. He decided, I'm gonna go get a sandwich from the deli. Well, who stopped right in front of the deli he was getting a sandwich from?
What the hell were the odds? That's you've seen
exactly in front of him, and then he pulls his gun out and shoots him.
Wait, you've seen like Final Destination, right? Where you cheat death and then you know the whole universe just moves itself around just so it happens. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, he was supposed to die, he didn't die, so the universe put it in such a way that, you know, the loop completes itself and he's in front of death again. And the cycle just continues until he eventually dies, right? That's what it sounds like. Like, what are the freaking odds? Oh yeah, the driver's gonna stop at the deli. It's like, what?
Like, and it was stopped right in front of the deli, and it was like, it's the strangest coincidence ever, because had he listened to everyone else and not gone to the hospital to help with correlation, he would not be dead, right? He wouldn't have died. World War I would never have happened. World War II would have never have happened.
Okay, I'm gonna read this. Not all Nazis are bad. I'm an Imperial and I will not kill any of you. A Nazi may. Also, most Nazis were not evil. Most of high ranks were. Well, like we talked about this before, but yeah, a lot of people just follow orders without actually thinking it through. So I can believe that.
I agree with Becky. No more Nazi talk.
That is a good point. No more thingy talk.
Like, do you really want Kuma not to be able to get copyrighted strike so we can't film on YouTube?
How am I going to get a copyright strike for this? I'm going to get a community guideline strike.
Whatever. Whose side are you on?
Who's going to copyright me for, like, Nazi? PewDiePie? Like, give me a break, man.
Maybe.
Wait, I got a question. Remember how we had this discussion last week about this sword keeping this thing here? Why didn't Sylvanas just remove the blade?
Because nobody wants them. Because first off, this is an old god minion. Why the fuck would you want to bring this thing back?
Think about it, right? You're losing a war, right? You're getting pushed back. Pull the sword out. Next thing you know, the Alliance have to contend with an old god minion.
So he told you!
Yeah, but you worry about...
The old god doesn't give a shit about the Horde.
I know, but what I mean is...
all he wants is for the old god to return and to come to power. They want to bring the Black Empire back.
Okay, I gotta ask, who put this sword in there? This is a massive sword. This is not a small sword. This sword's like bigger than my bird. Like the handle's bigger than my bird. Whose sword was this?
Give me a second, I'll actually find that out for you.
I see Kuma's trivia is talking about... I wasn't... Ah, damn it.
Yeah, Kuma, why are you talking about that?
And we're getting watched from Belgium by Great Vardic on Twitch. So, oddly enough, like the conversation went a weird way. And we have people from Europe tuning in.
Okay, so I will tell you this. So this is a massive adamantium glaive that is buried in the skull, an old god skull. The night elf consider this a sacred place. The belief is one of the titans struck down this old god and jammed the blade directly into his skull.
Wait, so they don't know who did it? They just believe that happened?
We believe that it was the Titan. That's what we believe.
Wait,
because
so
the Titan did declare war on the old guy.
So this thing was here in vanilla then?
Now, It is in Cataclysm.
Wait. This wasn't here in vanilla, so in Cataclysm this happened. But like what? The Titan came here in Cataclysm and just stabbed it?
No, it's been in there. This has been in here. In Cataclysm, the Twilight Hammer started excavating this whole site to bring it out and to uncover the whole thing.
Oh, okay, so this was buried underground.
Yeah, and this guy's name is Lok'Tar the Slither.
Oh, something Slytherin Harry Potter, he who shall not be named. What?
Lok'Tar the Slither, the Titans send their stone giants against Lok'Tar. 20 of those stone giants, only one survived. The tablets say Kron, the largest of the stone giants, allowed himself to be tangled by Lok'Tar's tendrils, just long enough to be lifted close to the creature's skull. With that point within reach, within Kron's mighty sword. And that's when he stabbed the guy in the face when he was being controlled. The Twilight Hammer believed that by removing the sword, they can summon him back to this world.
Okay, and we don't want to find out, so we just leave it here.
Yep.
Damn.
Nobody's willing to summon this motherfucker back to the world.
It's not even summoning, it's just like, this is his body, right? It's not like summoning, it's like, this is literally it. Why the hell would you want this ugly thing back? It looks like a snail monster on top of something.
Well, why would you want an old god back? People don't fight for that shit.
Yeah, what the fuck's wrong with the Twilight Hammer? They're like emos that get shit done or something. I mean, they think the old gods give a shit. They don't. They'll just kill everyone. Wait, now that we're talking about the Black Empire, educate me on that, please.
So, millions of years ago, before the Night Elf evolved from Troll, before all of that, this entire world was ruled by the old god.
Oh, so Azeroth was old god pretty thing.
And so the Titans came, they came, they saw the old god, and they started fighting against it. There were 5 of them. People only know about 4. There is a rumored 5th old god, and that's Shadowproof Dagger. The story that we think we pieced together by rumors and what we think happened is that old god was killed by the rest of the old gods, and then they ate his corpse.
Okay, this story's getting more weird. They ate his corpse.
Yeah. And that's why he's stuck inside the Shadowproof weapon. There's no body. The old god did it.
So the Shadowproof weapon is an old god.
Yeah. The Black Empire was the army of the old god, and it was made up of that one. We don't know his real name. Yasiraj, that was the one that was just ripped out of the planet, and then they found out, wait a second, that is a bad thing.
Really? The thing that wants to kill everything is a bad thing? I would have never guessed. Wait, so this eye is so this thing is an old god. This dagger that my priest's been holding is basically like a devil.
Yep.
I knew this shit was evil and the whispers were evil, but wait. So now that the like power from the artifact is drained, I still hear the whispers, right?
He's still alive.
Okay, so the artifact is basically weakened, but the soul of the old god is still in the artifact, right?
Yeah. Any artifact that had a pet summoned or something whispering you is not dead, according to Blizzard.
So where's my fucking Hades from my hunter?
You'll see it. Again, at some point. They said you'll see it.
I better, or I'll burn down the HQ. That was not a terrorist threat. I'm just pissed off.
So back to the story. So they found out when they destroyed Yasiraj, he cursed Pandaria. So then that's when I realized, wait a second, we can't just kill these guys because they're cursing land upon their death.
Okay, so when they
then
die, they
decided-
basically like blight the crap out of it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm learning.
So then they had the great idea. We'll imprison them.
Okay, so instead of killing them and then
So
they
I-
poison everything around them, you basically imprison it. But the problem with that is it just stays there getting more and more angry.
So the 5 spots that were done are the Old Kingdom and Courage. The 3 spots. Northrend in Ulduar. We don't know where Nazoth is. We know his is under the sea somewhere. And I have a feeling, now, out of all of them, Nazoth is the smartest. He's
Who?
never been the strongest. He's the smartest. He's that guy who steps in the shadows. He works everything. He plays the board like chess. He's not going to use brute force. Why? I can win just by using the right moment. What's the right moment? When the Alliance and Horde are killing each other. When it's a war. When we're trying to murder each other and he's at his full power. We were weakened by the Legion, and now we're being weakened even more by killing each other.
Wait, so where's this old god?
We don't know where he is. We know he's under the sea somewhere. Judging from what we can tell by the puzzle box of Jaxaran and everything we've assembled from him, he's under the ocean.
Ah,
The Kraken, the Naga, all of those are minions of Nazoth.
so basically,
Talk about
like,
the-
yeah, so when that sea guy, Neptune, was kidnapped, was he kidnapped by him or something else?
That was the minion of the old god.
Because we were supposed to have an underwater raid back in
He
Cataclysm. If I recall, where's Valshara? Can I even find it? Valshara is here. So we've got the entire Abyssal Depths, which is basically empty.
So there is an item that tells us a lot of stuff about Nazoth. It's called the Puzzle Box of Yogg-Saron. Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
Now, Puzzle Box of Yogg-Saron whispered you when you did it.
Yeah, and it never opens.
It never opened. Some of the stuff that he said, at the bottom of the ocean, even light must die. The silent, sleeping, staring houses of the Blackwood are a dream. It will be merciful to tear them down. The little lamb is lost in the dark wood. All places have souls. All souls can be devoured.
And also said something
in the
about,
land-
like, the 3 are amongst you or some crap like that.
In the land of Ny'alotha, there's only sleep. In the sleeping city of Ny'alotha walks only mad thing. Ny'alotha is a city of old, terrible, unnumbering crime. The drowned god's heart is black ice. Have you had that dream again? The black goat with 7 eyes watches from the outside.
Okay,
A lot
that is
of the
creepy as
stuff
fuck.
Like, it's really creepy. I will link this, if anyone wants to read some of the Puzzle Box Yogg-Saron quotes, I will link this in the Discord.
Yeah, link it. I'll
Underwater
open it
Walker.
up. Fucking creepy shit, man.
It's really creepy.
That's HP Lovecraftian. Like, it's just fucking hell, man.
That's what the old god named after.
So technically,
old god-
So what Scientology worships is basically old gods.
I think I can tell you exactly who they were named after.
Okay, the puzzle box of Yogg-Saron is a rare artifact that requires 375 skill to find, 140 Nerubian archaeology fragments to solve, up to 3 Nerubian obelisk keystones may be used to complete it. The box cannot be opened, but someone is aware of your efforts. Even the box looks creepy. Make a vain attempt to open the puzzle box. Unsolved. Each of the fragments of this artifact emits a nonsense whisper that blends into maddening susurrus. As you accumulate more objects, you hope you know what you're doing. Solved. This small box has many shifting panels, moving hinges, and hidden collapses. Yet no matter how you manipulate them, it seems impossible to actually open the box to reveal the contents within. It is also difficult to even try because the dark artifact constantly whispers to you. It was your fault. It was your fault. It was your fault. It was your fault. So it basically makes you crazy.
Yeah. So the inspiration for N'Zoth is Zoth Omag from the HP Lovecraft. There is actually, you can find the reference to all of them.
At the bottom of the ocean, even light must die. The silent, sleeping, stirring houses in the backwoods always dream. It would be merciful to tear them down. There is no sharp distinction between the real and the unreal. Even death may die. There is a little lamb lost in the dark woods. All places, all things have souls. All souls can be devoured. What can change the nature of a man? The stars sweep chill currents that make men shiver in the dark. Do you dream while you sleep, or is it an escape from the horrors of reality? Look around, they will all betray you. Flee screaming into the black forest. In the land of Ni'alotha, there is only sleep. In the sleeping city of Ni'alotha, walk only mad things. Ni'alotha is a city of old, terrible, outnumbered crimes. Wycath something something something. I cannot even read that. The void sucks at your soul. It is content to feast slowly. The drowned god's heart is black ice. It is standing right behind you. Do not move, do not breathe. Have you had the dream again? A black goat with 7 eyes that watches from the outside. In the sunken city he lays dreaming. Open me, open me, open me. Then only will you know peace. You resist, you cling to your life as if it actually matters. You will learn. The tortured spirits of your ancestors cling to you, screaming in silence. Apparently they are quite numerous. The fish know all the secrets. They know the cold, they know the dark. The giant rook watches from the dead trees. Nothing breathes beneath his shadow. Beneath the shadow of the darkened spire, there is no light, no mercy, only void and chaos within. You will all be alone in the end. Oh, fuck me.
And so,
why would you keep that thing in your pocket?
Sassoon is based off Cthulhu, obviously.
You think? The big bad motherfucker.
Yogg-Saron is named after Yogg Soloth. I'm probably butchering that, but he's the, he also goes by the Beast of a Beast with 1,000 maws, or a Fiend of 1,000 faces.
Oh yeah, and South Park made fun of it with like the Beast of 1,000 young, or the goat with 1,000 young. Okay, so Shadowfire says, to give you an idea of what N'Zoth is responsible for, he corrupted Deathwing, made Ajara and her high elves into Naga, the Emerald Nightmare, and more probably we don't know about. So he's the one that was basically whispering to Deathwing while he was the Earth Warden and made him crazy. So he's the one that just sits in the shadows and just makes people insane. He's probably the tactician you were talking about, right?
Yeah, he's the technician. He's the guy who's been doing it for far longer. Yogg and Sassoon, they decided to break out. But he decided something else. I'll just keep my person weakened. His person is probably already weakened and or open. He's just not going to let anyone know. He's going to move pieces around the board. And when the time is right, he will come out and he will take over. He will finally be the best, the last surviving old god.
So basically the Titans know where his prison is, but they haven't told us shit.
I don't think they knew his prison broken.
No, but they know the location, right?
They probably do. They just... Remember, we're not supposed to know the location.
Okay, so let me get this straight. We fought with the Titans in Legion, right? We saved them. The Pantheon, right?
Yeah.
So we saved their butts, right?
You had no time to ask where the old gods were. Nobody was thinking about that.
So we were fighting the old gods before Sargeras. We beat Sargeras, and then it's like, hey guys, nice to see you. We'll see you guys later. And then we just left without asking them. Guys, do you remember those first few expansions where we had to deal with those massive creatures under the earth that we have no idea what they are, and they almost slaughtered us all? Could you, like, you know, maybe fix that?
But they couldn't. They had to take Sargeras, and they required everything they had. They couldn't just go and fix it.
No, I know, but like, you know, like take 30 seconds before leaving the Pantheon to, you know, like ask. Like, look at it contextually, right? It's the equivalent of, say, the apocalypse happening on Earth, and then we go to heaven and, you know, get help from whoever, you know, saints and angels and all that. And it's like, oh yeah, thank you for saving us from the apocalypse. Meanwhile, we've got, you know, Hitler roaming the Earth. Yeah, you know, he comes back from the dead. Like Hitler comes back from the dead, right? And so there we are, surrounded by, you know, like angels and stuff and God and all that. And we're like, oh yeah, let's just go back home where, you know, Hitler's roaming free. Instead of saying, hey, could you do us one itsy-bitsy little favor? When you had a chance to take a break, could you, like, come back and whoop his ass again?
So, Shadowfire is right. Prison is practically open now. He's just continuing plotting. He's not gonna come out now. He's gonna wait until it's final, until we're at a weekend, because he knows he needs to be us to be at a weekend.
And we're stupidly just killing. Wait, so, okay, so we remember back in the day in the Whispering Forest near Undercity, right? We used to think that. Like around here, there's some place called the Whispering Forest. Where is that? It's over.
Yeah, no, I love that.
Is it over here? It's like there's a place over here called the Whispering Forest, right? And Sylvanas is in the Undercity, and you know she's underground. So there was a theory back in the day that an old god is buried near Undercity, but can that sort of be extended to say that maybe they were whispering to Sylvanas? Think about it, because Sylvanas lives in the Undercity, right? If the forest is whispering and she's basically living there under the ground, there is a chance she's been whispered to, because they whispered to Deathwing when he was the Earth Warden. He went insane. What about Sylvanas? She could have been whispered to for a decade now.
You want to know what I think Nyaloth is?
Hmm?
Where the Black Forest and all that stuff is?
Hmm?
The other side of the planet.
What do you mean? Like...
If you go to Arca and you look at Azeroth, everything else, you can see all the other zones. You can see Northern. You can see Kalimdor and Eastern Kingdom. You can see all that. But all of a sudden, second you get to the edge of Kalimdor, to the edge of Eastern Kingdom, the second you get to the eastern part of Kalimdor, western part of Eastern Kingdom, it's all fog. It's all clouds. We don't know what's on that side of the world. All we know is nobody sails that way. Nobody sails across. Because if Kalimdor is right next to Eastern Kingdom, you could sail west and go there. But why isn't nobody sails west? Nobody sails west. They always go through the maelstrom. That swirling mass of water, they'd rather risk sailing close to that than sailing the other way.
So, what? Basically, north south. So what, you're saying east of Eastern Kingdoms to Kalimdor? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So like going from Eastern Kingdoms to Kalimdor, just going right and spinning around. No one goes that way.
Yeah.
So they go through the fucking mouths. Oh shit, me. So there's Northrend here. That took us ages to get there. Okay, Kulturas, fair enough. Sandalar, Pandaria. But we don't go the other way. But there must be something in between. And no one's basically returned. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
Damn.
Nobody's ever gone there. We don't know what's behind it, and that's the crazy part. And even like, and Blizzard obviously tried to like, oh no, we don't know what you're talking about. Sure you don't. You haven't lied to us openly about shit before, dude.
But they don't want to like, you know, reveal anything. So there's something there, but they're basically not going to use it yet.
Yeah, I think they're waiting. Because, like, where else are you going to put, like, it makes sense. There's something over there, obviously. Either it's the ocean that nobody wants to cross, or everybody on Azeroth is stupid enough to think the Earth is flat. Azeroth is flat, despite the fact that everybody's seen a globe spinning in Old War, and we've seen it seen it from above in space.
I don't think people are stupid enough to believe Azeroth is flat.
Well, human beings are stupid enough to think the Earth is flat.
Yeah, but like those people are not even legally employable. Okay. I think N'Zoth sat back and watched how Yogg-Saron and Cthulhu went about their business and how they were taken down so they could be ready for how we come after him. There's a theory that there's an old god under Light's Hope and Stratholme Lake. He wasn't hunting the old gods, he was hunting the demons when he came across the first old god any of the Titans had seen. And what it did to the planet, it was so on and then destroyed it. There was when he turned against the Pantheon because they didn't listen to him, and so he recruited the demons through the universe of all life in an attempt to prevent the Void Lords from crossing over. So Sargeras was basically on like a mission to destroy all the old gods, and he didn't care about like damage.
Yeah, but here's the thing, the old gods are not the Void Lords. Understand that. The old gods are mean to the Void Lords. They're like the sergeant. They're like the general.
Okay, so because they've changed like
shit on
they've changed the lore a little bit, because back in the day it used to be multiple Titans were needed to defeat one old god, and now it's like, okay, well, a Titan can take on an old god, but
yeah, they've kind of a lot of that with the Chronicle.
But then now we've got that. Okay, you've got the old gods, but the old gods aren't like the be-all, end-all. They're powerful, but they're not the shit. Sort of thing.
You could have that entire section.
I mean, I remember watching a little bit on like the light and the shadow, and on the shadow you've got the Void Lords, which are pretty much... the Void Lords are the most powerful that we know of the Dark, right? There's nothing more powerful than them, or...
There's nothing more powerful than the Void Lords we know of. And it seems like the Void Lords are the endgame. That's the endgame. It seems like even so... That's why I don't think Illidan has gone for good, and I don't think Sargeras has gone for good. Because we do not have the power to stop them. Like, what are we gonna do? Wave a sword at the Void Lord?
Well, to be fair,
we could barely beat the old gods.
You've got you've got that orc that basically wounded Sargeras by himself. Like, he was pretty badass, but he was the best we had. All he could do was wound a Titan, and then the Titans fighting Sargeras were pretty much like, you know, weakened. Like, they were just pretty much gone out. And Sargeras himself can't do much. He can just go around killing sleeping old gods. And he's just doing that to, you know, diminish their numbers. He still hasn't fought a Void Lord, has he? Has anyone actually fought a Void Lord? Do we have, like, anything on them?
The point, what he was trying to do is keep them from coming into our world. So his entire thought process was, I'm gonna start killing the, because his okay, so you know why he was trying to kill all the, to cleave all the planets and destroy all the world?
Yeah, no old gods means there's no, like, darkness spreading, enabling them to come.
Not the old gods. That's not what he was after. The old gods were not what he was after. He was after something much, much bigger. He was after the souls of the Titan. See, when a Titan is born, his soul is born into the world, okay? The souls of a Titan are the souls of the planet. Azeroth has one. They're rare enough to where... But Sargeras was worried, and if I'm correct, he was worried that they would use the soul of any Titan to bring forth the Void Lords.
So basically corrupt the Titans, which means corrupt the planet itself, and then use that as like a summoning tool, or use it as like an energy that they can convert to summon. So basically Void Lords are like in a dimension of their own, like the Void. which is not like, it's just darkness, right? And the only way for them to come across is to have enough darkness in our world for them to basically go through a doorway. So basically they're massive, but the door's not big enough for them to come across. And so they sent their old gods to corrupt the Titans in order to create the doorway.
That's why what happened in this expansion will set the stage for the future of that. Because
so basically we're retards. We're like fucking killing each other and playing right into it.
We have the last remaining soul. Azeroth's soul is a Titan. Now, my theory is either she's already corrupt or and we have to save her or we have to kill her. My theory is she's already corrupt because I think Magni Bronzebeard is kind of a pawn at this point of her. Like, she thinks he's listening to, like, we don't know. We've not, like, look at what Azeroth have been through. Do you really think that Titan is in 1P mentally?
Okay, so when he's talking about Azeroth being in pain, Azeroth, we need to stop thinking of Azeroth as Mother Nature, I love you, and start thinking of Azeroth as an actual being. As in a Titan, just like Sargeras and any of the Titans in the Pantheon. We need to start thinking it as a person.
And that's what it's all about. It's about Azeroth World Soul. It's about, that's why we give you the heart of Azeroth. Like, even when you, like, it's such a, it's gonna be hard to save it because I don't know if it's not corrupted at this point, you know?
Okay, so let me read some of the chat. As far as Sargeras is concerned, we're all collateral damage. They've been making the Void Lords out to be the be-all and end-all. It's not so much that the old gods can't be beaten by a single Titan. It's that Azeroth, the old gods, are so ingrained that killing any more of them would kill Azeroth. Okay, so it would destroy the planet. So we have multiple old gods on Azeroth, and the question is, have any of them corrupted Azeroth the Titan? Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Yet we will have to defeat the Void Lord at one point for the sake of progression, then what? Hey, Double P, long time no see, you came out of nowhere. I can't believe I didn't see a message earlier. Azeroth's World Soul nearly died when Yar-Sharaj was ripped out of the planet. Okay, so basically connected to the World Soul. So in theory, if they died, Azeroth would be gone. Basically, it's the soul of the planet. Yes, the Void Lords want to corrupt Azeroth's World Soul because she is the most powerful World Soul that the Titans have ever seen. So that's why Sargeras was so hell-bent on destroying it. You destroy that, you destroy the most powerful energy source, means it can't be corrupted, Void Lords can't use it to open a gateway. That makes perfect sense. Except we kind of fucked Sargeras, didn't we?
Well, it was either we kill him. Sorry, my phone beeping off, Doc.
Double P, do you have a microphone? Come on the Discord. Come chat with us.
Yeah, we've been talking. What?
The Void Lords aren't able to cross over into our dimension, hence no one has fought one yet. But by corrupting enough Titan souls, they might be able to create a gateway. I get it. I think we're going to team up with him to take down the Void Lords. So, okay, so all things considered, we've got Sargeras duking it out with Illidan now. I'm not doing bad, Todd. How's it going? Dukes it out with Illidan, right? They obviously have a falling out, right? Illidan turned into a pawn of Sargeras. He betrayed Sargeras. You know, they fought at it. Sargeras got his butt kicked, and now, you know, they're kicking each other's butts. What happened? Say, for example, they're, you know, beating the shit out of each other for a little while, right? The Horde and the Alliance finished beating the shit out of each other. The old gods, you know, go on a rampage, and then we get Illidan and Sargeras back because, you know, they've become buddy-buddy. I mean, it's possible, right? It's possible.
Here's my question. If anyone doesn't want Illidan to go insane, can I would advise the Horde not to kill Tyrande Mafian? Because if Illidan come back and he find out the Horde killed them, good luck. I'm not helping you if that happens. Come on.
Oh, there's Double P. Let me put him in the channel. Sorry, I didn't see. Double P. Oh, Double P, did you see the tweet yesterday? Can you hear me, Double P? Double P. Can you hear me, Double P?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We got the PlayStation 4. It's in the background.
Hey, nice.
Look at it. It's in the background.
Hold on, I can't. I just closed my stream to the air. Dang it.
We finally got it. We finally got it.
That's sweet, man. Finally. I can do some Metal Gear stuff and all that.
We will. But first we gotta play Last of Us. Oh, by the way, Double P, I'm getting everyone that was a sponsor and donator just to send me like either their Twitters or their channels or something like that. I want to include it in a thank you video. So if you can, just message that to me in Discord.
Alright, yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Hold on.
You don't have to do it right away, but just like, just something, because I want to put everyone's names down.
I'll link you my Twitch, because that's what I use.
Yeah, nice and easy. Just message it to me and I'll compile them all together. Alright, Shadowfire. God help us if we have to ask for Sargeras' help. Lol dude is going to be super pissed at us. Sargeras has the right idea, in my opinion. It makes sense to prevent any source of energy powerful for a gateway. The guy's going to be pissed for sure. After all, asking for help, that's bad. Well, to be fair, like, I can understand that Sargeras would be pissed, but at the same time, he was about to destroy the planet we were all sitting on. I mean, I think after duking it out with Illidan, he might sort of, come to reason. But at the same time, Azeroth would be destroyed, which means we would need somewhere else to go.
I have a theory. So
we're gonna open the dark portal again and go to another dimension where they don't exist?
No. Here's what I think is gonna happen. So anyone who plays the Demon Hunter knows the Demon Hunter knew that Illidan took the Sakai Keystone before the event of Kil'jaeden death. So Illidan, we knew he was up to something. They even said the Master's plan is in work.
I have just
something like that. You can actually go if you go on Demon Hunter and talk to the female in the class. I'm not sure who it is, but you ask whatever happened to the Sakai Keystone. She'll tell you, Illidan took it. The Master's plan is at work. I think he's going to... He didn't need to stay behind to be a jailer. They took that one out. So why did he stay behind? Why did Illidan Thummel think he needs to stay behind? I think because he knows the Void Lords are coming. Illidan's a smart dude.
So Illidan's trying to get the Titans and Sargeras on side for that.
Either that or he's after information. And who has more information on the Void Lords?
Yeah, the Titans and Sargeras. I mean, that's like the perfect source. But
he's going after Sargeras because he wants information so he can destroy the Void Lords.
So they've got the same goal in mind. They just need to get their personal shit on, aside.
Stay away from the voodoo.
What if Illidan stayed behind because he knew the Void Lord was coming? That only means that we have to fight them at some point. And if they are the biggest threat ever in Warcraft history, we have to see the problem that...
And we know...
What happens then?
We know Anduin does fight the Void Lord because in one of the comics, Son of the Wolf, it sort of takes place in two timelines. One is sometime after where he finds his father's sword on the broken sword, and the other is years into the future, where he's an old-looking man, and he finally says, "Father, we are ready." It looked like the Army of the Light is in it for the final battle between light and darkness, the final battle between everything. And he will lead the army. He's one of the leaders and generals of the Army of the Light. That's why he has plot armor the size of Texas. Because his plot armor is so thick, they have to retcon that one comic out in order to kill Anduin.
Yep. But I mean, if they don't, what does that mean for the future, because he's in some kind of room with Velen, right? In that comic.
Yeah.
So
And
Velen
he
holds
said-
kind of part on.
He basically says, "Father," that moment at him, because he said he wants peace, but to preserve it, you must be willing to fight. He dreams of peace, and he says, "It's finally come."
Shadowfire says, I say we offer Sargeras the whole alliances. I'm sorry we fucked up your plan, gifted exchange phase help.
Deal, take it.
The first time I read it, I thought Shadowfire said we offer up Sylvanas, and I'm like, hey. But then I read it said Sargeras and offer him up the alliance. I'm like, oh, okay. You can do that.
I mean, that's not really. That's a good trade for us.
So, but here's the thing: Anduin has plot armor, Velen has plot armor, because the two characters that are fighting in the final battle are Velen and Anduin.
Wait, is that against the Void Lords?
It's the final battle between light and darkness, so we could assume it's the Void Lord. It has.
Wait, so that was the comic. Oh, okay. Shadowfire's a Horde through and through. I can tell.
Unless they give him the Medan treatment and just retcon the whole thing.
I wouldn't surprise me, but until they retcon it, Anduin has plot armor, Velen has plot armor. That's the most powerful thing to have as a character, is plot armor.
But look what happened. Like, the one thing that ticks me off is they've opened up the Dark Portal to access another place in time, like Old Draenor. But they're not going anywhere near that again because that causes complications in the story. But the thing is, they kind of opened that doorway.
They are.
Because, like, the only reason Sargeras was doing what he was doing is because of Gul'dan. And the only way Gul'dan got involved is by grabbing him from the past. So that's basically become fair game.
Kuma?
Yeah.
They are going to Draenor again.
Okay.
Back to Maggot Orcs.
So
the event of Maggot Orc takes place 35 years into the future in our timeline equality. So you're gonna see what happened after 35 years after the events of that day.
So we're going back to Old Draenor, but the future of the Old Draenor we helped save from the Legion, right?
Yep.
So we're basically we're recruiting people from the alternate, dimension essentially.
Yeah. It's actually amazing. I cannot wait till you do it. It's amazing.
Okay, so we're basically okay. I get it. So so that's officially fair game, right? That door's open and that doorway's being used. But if that's the case, what's to stop us from just migrating to an Azeroth that hasn't been corrupted? Like going back in time before that old god was pulled and ripped out of Azeroth and Azeroth was corrupted. What's to stop us from going there?
I don't think you understand how Draenor worked. Okay, so in order to understand timeline, the Bronze Dragonfly said it best. There are thousands of timelines that open and close a second.
Yep.
Most of the time, they're not open that long. Draenor was an exception to that because for some reason, it never closed. Timelines are opening and closing quickly. The entire timeline, not just the door. So for some reason, that timeline stayed up, even though it shouldn't have, because it wasn't the actual timeline.
So what you're saying is alternate universes can be opened, but they don't last for very long. And if you're stuck there, you basically disappear.
I got a phone call. Get back.
Okay. So we're going to have to now learn how the space-time continuum works in the Warcraft universe. Oh, fuck. I might need the whiteboard of wisdom for this.
Dude, I don't know if that's enough. I mean, you could look at that and you just go crazy from analyzing it, really.
So basically Blizzard HQ is a drug den.
Yeah.
That's the only way to explain this shit.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong.
I can see the smoke from the chimney. But sir, we don't have a chimney. Oh god.
That's their brains from overworking.
Oh,
They're working their brains so much they create sparks.
no, we're going to Wad
And that's
Draenor and
the-
recruiting the Orcs, which is 35 years after. Yeah, go back, kill the bad guys before they're too powerful, but we can't do that because the timeline collapses, except in Old Draenor, because for whatever reason, that didn't collapse. Huh.
Plot convenience.
I know, but I'm sure they'll come up with some reason like, because Gul'dan is significant or some crap, or Gul'dan was meddling with something. Wait, but Gul'dan was only meddling with Sargeras, he wasn't meddling with the Void Lords. So how is that going to be explained? But then they could use some crap like, he was meddling with a Titan, and the Titans can somehow control the space-time continuum.
Well,
And-
it's like you said, we fucked it up because we fucked up Sargeras. Oh, I just swore a lot there.
No, it's alright, we swore at the
forgot-
beginning.
Yeah, I know. I'm just really, I do like regularly in my life, so I'm just so used to it. It just comes out.
Well, it's a good way to describe what happened. Like, you know, you're not inserting it meaninglessly. You're actually using it to describe something.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
As opposed to saying, this fucking water is so fucking fucked. I can't fucking believe this fucking shit. Like, that would just be, you know, overkill. That's
Well-
just like looking for excuses to use the word.
Well, you're demonetized anywho, so.
I'm definitely demonetized after that. If
yeah.
that didn't send off some bells, nothing will.
Well, it's YouTube after all. You don't have to do that much to send off the bells.
When we go back, we find that the light has basically become a genocidal ideology. Either you join the light willingly, or they force convert you to the light or kill you. That doesn't sound like the light. That sounds like the darkness.
Look what it did to Illidan.
I mean, what's the difference between the light and the darkness at this point? And no means no, Bill Cosby. But that actually makes sense. That cinematic, everyone was like, Illidan killed the light. It's like, hang on a minute. That light was basically forcing itself on Illidan. Like, think about it for a second. Think of the
Yeah.
repercussions of that. It's like, join us willingly and we will reward you. No. Well, fuck you then. We're going to gram it down your throat anyway. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah. Illidan pretty much got growth by the light.
Basically, yeah. He got sexually assaulted by the light. I mean, spiritually assaulted.
It feels so awkward to say that.
That sounds horrible. I bet Light says that it's for the greater good. Converting people is for the greater good, they say. Isn't that what the Inquisition said? Oh, we're doing it for the greater good. Isn't that what Hitler said? We're doing it for the greater... That excuse does not work. I'm sorry, but that does not work.
Kinda
The
made
light
it
isn't
worse.
necessarily always good. They allude it's just as self-serving as the dark/void. So basically it's a battle of ideology. The Void Lords are like, we're ugly, so we're going to destroy you. And the light people are like, we're human and beautiful, so we must destroy the darkness. But in the end of the day, they're just trying to destroy each other.
Pretty much.
And we call that balance. It's like, what?
I mean, what would happen if one wins? It'll disrupt the balance, right?
Yeah, it's like Star Wars, basically. You know, one side wins, it goes to absolute shit. Either way.
So think about it like this: in the universe where either the light or the dark wins, we either get consumed by a radiant light or everlasting darkness. Doesn't sound that nice, does it?
Yeah, you're basically blinded.
Yeah. Or just consumed in darkness. You'll just go crazy and start talking to people, handing out flyers about doomsday. I don't know.
It doesn't sound good for us either way. It's like you got to choose between, you know, being in like a state of perpetual writing emo albums, or just be literally stuck in non-stop chanting and choirs, which even if you're a fan of it, after a little while you'll start to go crazy from it.
So maybe the Void Lords aren't that bad. Actually, they're keeping us in balance.
But what if the Void Lords are just a byproduct of the light doing its thing? I mean, think about it for a minute, you know? You cast the light, you create a shadow. The stronger the light, the bigger the shadow.
Isn't that the same with the Horde and the Alliance, though?
Well, yeah.
The Alliance exists because of the Horde. and the Horde exists because of the Alliance.
Yeah. And somewhere in the middle, you're
They're
trying to
fighting
keep balance, and
each other.
it keeps swinging back and forth.
Yep.
The Empire may have been tough and bad, but they did have responsible order. It shows they may need to be a balance of the Force to end the conflict. Well, that is true. I mean, I read, the only Sith thing that I read was Deceived, and that was actually a very good one. But the only problem with, like, if we're looking at the Sith, you know, was the infighting. Like, the Sith Empire itself was built on infighting. It was built on the belief that the strongest survive, but the thing is they kept killing each other so much that they weakened the Empire as a whole. Because, you know, like, you would get something, in the Star Wars movies, we see the rule of two, where we have the master and the apprentice, and when the apprentice becomes stronger than the master, the apprentice kills the master. But in the old Sith Empire, we had multiple apprentices gang up and kill the master who was stronger than all of them, and then you've just weakened the entire line. So, you know, but that's something different.
Hey, Kuma.
Yeah.
I think I know who the next Warbringer is. The fact that they haven't come out with the second Warbringer tells me it's going to be Sylvanas, and they're going to release it tomorrow, because I think they're going to show the burning of Teldrassil in that comic.
Yeah, because you said it would be a Juna, but I'm like, why would it be a Juna? Because week 2 should be the World Tree, and it would make sense that when you release the storyline for the World Tree, you release the cinematic for it. I mean, like, that just makes sense.
I thought they would release Sylvanas and the battle for Lordaeron on the same day.
No, it could be the World Tree,
but
burning.
Ashara, Kuma.
Oh, Ashara? Is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been saying it wrong. I just let you say it over and over and over again.
Please correct me, I sound like an idiot.
Well, I did.
If I correct you, you sound like an idiot. But if I don't correct you, you sound like an idiot. So I decided not to correct you this time.
Damn it, guys. Do me a favor, make me sound like less of an idiot in the long term.
Also, nobody in chat ever said anything about it either, so they're also guilty.
Everyone's guilty. The Bendu from Star Wars Rebels showed the true strength of the Force is beyond light and dark, basically grey. Well, yeah, you get grey by mixing the two. Basically, it's like the theory of executing prisoners. If you executed all the prisoners, some may think there would be no more bad people, but then people come up and take over. Laters, Becky.
Well, I'm kind of surprised too that I haven't gotten the new Warbringer trailer out yet, because it's been 8 days since the last one.
I think they're planning it during the maintenance thing. They take down the server for a few hours and then they release it at that time. That should be the perfect time to release it. I mean, that's what I would do.
So tomorrow, then?
Yeah, when the server goes down. No, wait, tonight. For me, the server goes down tonight, so in like basically 12 hours.
Wait, your server goes on a Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday night.
Oh, weird.
It's Tuesday here in Australia. Tuesday morning, actually. It's Tuesday 9:45.
Weird.
Oh, wow. My weapons are 201. If I go and do the quests, I can actually get an upgrade of weapons. So, if I go do the world quest for 210 items, they're all upgrades. Are you kidding me? That's just insulting. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not throwing away my warglaives.
It seems like the running theme. You could, I think the 210 items are like equivalent to like 920 gear ish.
Yeah, but they're actual big upgrades, especially for new
Yeah.
alts. They're just like top of the line.
Yeah.
Damn you, International Dateline. In the next one, I think Arjuna and Sylvanas will be the next week with Battle for Undercity. Yeah, in a way, there's truly no good person at all. People could change in an instant if given the circumstances bad enough for the state and situation. Would you consider somebody morally reprehensible for? Well, that's like, yeah, I mean, they did a very similar thing with the Joker, where before he became the Joker and, you know, a murderous psychopath, he was just a normal guy, and then he had a really, really bad day. He got fired, his wife was murdered, and then, you know, he acted out and got thrown in like a chemical chute, and they just lost all sanity. I mean,
Kuma, you said Azuna again.
damn it. What is
You
it?
mean Ashara?
Ajara.
Ashara.
Ajara. Why did I keep saying Arjuna?
Because you're used to it.
Ajara, 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 Ajara. And this is going to take a while to reprogram. Ajara.
Yeah. If you say it too many times, it's just gonna sound weird.
Ajara. And Sourfang? Did I
What
fix
about
that? Okay, I fixed that. Sweet. I was saying it Surafang until now. Now I'm saying Sourfang.
Oh, that's awkward.
Yes! Especially for a Horde.
You should know this by now.
I should, shouldn't I?
What do you call Sylvanas' love boy? Her boy toy.
I was calling her
How do you say his
Sylvanas.
I mean, how do you say his? I mean, her.
What,
her boy toy's
Nathanos?
name? Yeah, and his last name.
Oh, fuck, I don't know.
Oh, you
Wait,
don't know
there's a
his last
peon
name?
walking backwards. He was doing the Michael Jackson thing for a little while.
I
don't know what his-
Lightcaller, yeah.
Oh, Blightcaller. Yeah, I don't remember his
Yeah.
last name.
Oh, I thought you knew. Well, you said his first name right, so A+ to you.
Yay! How did he get that position again? Did he like sleep his way to the top
I
or
don't
something?
know. He was. I know he's always been a trusted general of Sylvanas, even since Vanilla. Even though he used to be in the Eastern Plaguelands, fighting against the Scourge. You can actually get some quests from him back in the Vanilla days, where you do different quests in the Eastern Plaguelands.
Huh. Doing things in order to survive. Protect others. There are abnormalities. For a great Joker story, read Batman White Knight. Joker becomes sane and is a better Batman than Batman. Oh shit! If you did something like hurt or murder someone, but it was for the greater good, would you judge someone for doing the exact same thing? It's a great moral question that can be analyzed and answered. They're talking about Sylvanas' sex slave. Jesus Christ.
I mean,
Jesus
isn't that
Christ.
what he is?
I don't
mean-
know. I don't know enough about him. I don't spend time in the Undercity. I don't even know what he does. But he does sound like he's sucking up a lot.
Yeah. I mean, does the bear shit in woods? Yes.
I don't know,
does.
but I don't know. Would Sylvanas even
You
do
don't
that
know if
though?
the bear
She
shit
was
in
hit.
woods?
I mean, Sylvanas was hitting on the guy in charge of the Blood Elves. I don't know if she would go for a corpse. Ironically enough.
Well, she's a player, that girl.
Oh yeah, because she knows, you know, she's got it where it counts.
I mean, I think. Yeah, he was a human before he got turned into Scourge. I can't remember his entire backstory, but there is some interesting backstory behind him. And how she, I think it was before she was turned, so as a blood elf, she fell in love with him as a human.
Nani?
Yeah, something like that, I think.
Whoa. Okay, that adds a
remember.
whole dimension to the relationship. Where it's like, well, you know,
remember
back in
the
the day,
details.
we were into each other, and then you turned into a Scourge, and I couldn't hit that. But then again, I turned into a Scourge, now we're both Scourge. And it's like, whoa, okay, that's something I didn't see coming.
Yeah, I can't remember the details, but something like that. And I know she raised him. I think actually she raised him after he died.
I'm back.
Do you know if Sylvanas and Nathanos knew each other while they were alive?
Wait a minute.
Apparently Sylvanas had a thing for Nathanos while he was human. And she was elf.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's how it went. I can't remember the details, but I think there was something like that.
I don't know if he knew he was alive, but that would also. I don't know. Nathanos is the one area of Wild Lore that I'm actually blanking on.
Yeah, because
By
what
the
I
way,
remember is... Oh,
I want to point out something. Sorry to interrupt, but I actually want to say this. So there are two. I don't know if you saw the Kuma, but there are two World of Warcraft tweets that were sent out today. One for the Alliance, one for the Horde, and they each have three words to describe their leaders.
Well, the little video. Wasn't that a few days ago?
No, today. For Savannah, it was fearless, merciless, and uncompromising.
Yeah, I saw that on like Instagram and stuff like a day ago. But fair enough, go on.
And then they have I didn't really see all this until today because I don't use Twitter that much.
Fair enough.
And I like how the Alliance was like the uncompassionate, principle, untested, which makes sense. He is untested, but I don't know. I just like the story that they have going with him.
But you got to think about that as an advertisement. Like, say, for example, you're a new Warcraft player or returning and you have to choose a faction, and that's the commercial that you see. You see, like, brutal, merciless, you know, whatnot. And you're like, oh, yeah, I'm a man's man. I go Horde. And then you see, like, a little kid going, yeah, merciful. Yeah, he's a cute boy. Of course you get kids in the Alliance. Like, think about it for a minute.
I mean, I was positive that one of the words describing Anduin was going to be man-child, but... Guess not.
It's quite ambitious enough, like Batman killed Joker. Wouldn't it be alright from a standpoint? But then what if Batman could never turn back from it? Then what does he cross the line? Yeah, well, that's the whole point of the Joker. He's always trying to push Batman to cross that line. Batman's like, okay, I'm moral, I will never murder. And the Joker's like, no, fuck you. You're as bad as the rest of us, and I'm going to prove it by having you kill me. If you don't kill me, I'm going to kill everyone that you love, you know? It's like, how long till you break?
Everyone will break eventually. It's just how far can you push them before they do that.
Well, that's basically the whole Joker's thing. Like, if you watch The Dark Knight, that's basically the whole thing. How much do I have to do to you before you eventually kill me? And, like, you'll stop it, but my point will be proven. You committed murder.
Yeah, and, one of the, Two-Face, Harvey Dent, was an example of everybody can push.
Yeah. But it was also an example of Joker's, like, just brilliance. He puts the gun to his head, and it's like, flick the coin and pull the trigger. But even if he pulls the trigger, it won't go off because he was holding the hammer with his thumb. So even if Harvey Dent pushed the trigger, the Joker wouldn't be shot. He's a fucking genius. He's a genius.
He's also an agent of car. I love the line where he compares himself to a dog. I'm like, a dog hits a car. I wouldn't know if to do it in one if I caught it.
Harvey Dent.
It's kind of interesting that he's so self-aware of himself. He understands what he is.
I also like when he basically says at the end, he says, oh, you can't kill me out of some self-righteousness moral. I don't remember what that line he said. And he said, and I won't kill you because you're just too much fun. We'll be doing this forever.
And it's so it's just a throwback to the comics. It's just beautiful.
Maybe we can share one.
I wonder, did Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy steal the name from the Batman series of their protagonist? His name's Arthur Dent.
I have no idea. Never read it.
Maybe.
He could be ripping his heart out like Superman did in Injustice. One day was all it took to drive Kal insane and mad with power.
Have any of you read the books or seen the movie?
No, I haven't. Do you recommend it?
It's old. Yeah, it's pretty old by now, but I mean...
Yeah, but a good movie is a good movie, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd recommend it for sure.
Okay, then I'm gonna have to watch it.
You know what movie I recommend you see if you haven't seen it, Kuma?
Mm.
You ever seen the movie Boondock Saints?
Oh, it's referenced in Hellsinger Bridge, but I haven't.
It's a really good movie. The first one's really good, and it's a cult classic. It did awful in the movie, but when it came out, it really did great because it's such a good movie. I would recommend you see it because I think you would really like it. One of my favorite.
And here I am writing it down. I was referencing the ambitious ending of Killing Joke. After everything he did in the novel, Batman shared a laugh with Joker, and you can see him put his hands on Joker's body. Oh! That's pretty dark.
That's not creepy at all.
I think Batman secretly loved the Joker.
Nani? Nani? What the fuck? Well, I have this like image of Batman and Joker in like the kitchen, and the Joker's wearing like a full apron, but it still has on his suit and makeup and shit, and he's like cooking. He would just go along with it. What the fuck do I have in my head right now?
Now I have a full sitcom of that in my head. You asshole.
Yeah, but it's such a Joker thing to do. And he's like, morning, Batsy.
Be careful.
It's such a Joker thing to do. I mean, he's just so insane.
And now I have, okay, so I've expanded from the image where, Batman walks in the kitchen, like a really 50s style house, and Joker's in the kitchen, and he had all the suit and makeup on, but he had an apron on, and at the table, sat a miniature version of Harley Quinn and Batgirl and Robin. And Batman walked in with the husband with the briefcase like he's about to go to work for the day.
Yeah. Well, that was like Harley Quinn's dream in Suicide Squad, that she could just have like a normal 80s, 60s style relationship with Joker where he goes to work and she's the housewife. That was like her dream. But it's like, wrong guy, honey. Wrong fucking guy.
I actually had the picture of her as one of the kids, and Batman and Joker as the two husband and wife.
Yeah, that's like one of those fan art paintings that's just glorious. Apparently I can't read. How do I recommend I earn lots of gold on WoW but only have one character? In Battle for Azeroth, level it to 120 and do the mission tables. You'll make a lot of gold.
Yay.
No, that's seriously the best way to do it. Just level up your ults and do the mission tables every time you poop in the morning.
Yeah. I mean, I never liked that system, really, to be honest. I mean, it's a good goal, but...
I mean, neither do I, but it's the easiest way to do it, and it's a lot. It's like almost... Imagine you go out every morning, and from your mail, you pick up like a check for $250. But the catch is you have to go to the bank and cash it, right? And you're like, oh, I'm not going to go and pick up $250 every day from my mailbox in the morning. It's cold. But you take a moment to realize that's like $1,500 free money every week. Think about it for a minute.
It's a lot.
It's stupid, but it's free. And just keeps going.
To anyone who says they wouldn't do it, I say you're a fucking liar. You would damn well too.
Well, that's exactly what it is to do the mission tables. It's not glorious, but the thing is, it's just so easy and gives you so much reward that it's worth doing. Like, if you're not doing it and you don't have gold, it's like, why aren't you? Because it's the easiest way.
I mean, that's even more reason why I don't like it, because it's the easiest way to get gold, but it's not a fun way or an intuitive way to get gold.
It's not, but what Blizzard is doing...
I don't like that they bring it back again and again and again every expansion. It's not...
Well, what Blizzard is doing is basically spoon-feeding people gold, and the people that love doing it, like say for example me, will log in to do it because it's what we do. And we keep logging back in, which means we keep playing. And then they're hoping that we're going to go on the Storm Mountain and spend some money. So by doing that, they keep people hooked on the drug that is Warcraft.
Yeah.
Like, that's
I swear my family is driving me nuts with asking questions every 5 minutes about computer issues.
Yeah, your tech support.
Everyone in my family is illiterate with computers, or whatever you call it.
Well, Robert, that's why the price of gold tokens is going up. Everyone's going, it's getting inflated, but you have to take into consideration that they're throwing more gold at us. So when you really balance it out, it's inflating, but we're getting more, which is, you know, the cause of inflation in numbers.
I remember in the beginning of Legion where a token was like, what, 60k, 80k gold?
Yeah, but when they first came out, it was 30k, and I told everyone to buy as many as they could, and I did. And then I told everyone to buy it before it hits, you know, 100k, and everyone was like, nah, it's not going to hit 100k. I'm like, why wouldn't it? Like, they're just throwing more gold at us.
It's even more now. It's like 240k, I think, on the EU realms.
Yeah, it's like, what makes you think it's not going to go up? It's like, oh, supply and demand. I'm like, are you retarded? It's like, are you fucking retarded? They're throwing more gold at us and people still want it for their monthly subscription. What are you talking about?
Hey, Kuma.
Yeah.
You know Blizzard sometimes makes tribute to the people who play the game?
Yep.
Did you know there's a tribute to the guy who leveled the neutral Pandaren on the Pandaren class hall?
Really?
Really?
If you go into Pandaren class hall, you'll see these fake mining nodes. They're packed together.
Yep.
If you stand there and watch, eventually an NPC called the Venerable Shaman, who looked just like Double Agent, the guy who leveled the neutral Pandaren to max level every time an expansion pass drops, will come up, mine the node, go back into Ghostwolf, run to the next node, mine that node, go back into Ghostwolf, and he'll keep doing until he finishes the node, Ghostwolf, and run right out.
That's nice.
They made a tribute to him. He says, the scary thing is, it looks just like his character.
Well, they probably just, like, you know, copied his character from his profile. You know, just, like, clone it. It's not that difficult.
And he actually said, with the new profession changes, they actually made it easier for him to level now. Because before, they broke it where he couldn't get experience mining. So he had to do a bunch of the bind on account pet quest, go on to alt, the neutral, and then turn all of them in there. But now, he said he can get experience again with it. So he's not going to level an Alliance or Horde, he's leveling neutral first.
So he's just going to, like, what, mine in the new zone, or is he just going to mine in the turtle?
He's going to mine the turtle. He will run around in his server and mine the
he's never left the turtle.
He's never left.
So he just sits there all day.
When he's on it, yeah, but he also plays Horde and Alliance too.
I know, but he, like, that character just basically, he just does it for the shits and giggles.
He does it.
He can't leave.
He does it for two reasons. One, to rebel against Blizzard, saying he has to pick a side. Oh, doesn't?
He's being an edgelord.
He doesn't have to do shit, Blizzard. You think he has to do it.
Yeah, they're basically like, okay, we'll make it harder for you. It's like, you underestimate this guy. He does not give a fuck.
He's like, you know that line, from Lord of the Rings? It was in Lord of the Rings. How about I think it's Lord of the Rings? Where the guy yells, "You have no power here."
Yeah.
He's like, "You have no power here." This guy leveled, so he took months in Legion to get the max level, and he said he's gonna get first 120 is gonna be neutral.
Oh god.
I know the guy. He's actually a really cool guy. He actually plays Horde too.
Yeah, but that's dedication, man. Like, the normal, like, that's fucking dedication. Like, that's next level.
You wanna know what a secret is? TV and Netflix.
Oh yeah, mate, that's what I do whenever I'm farming or, like, doing transmog stuff. You don't just play WoW, you watch something on the side. We've been doing that for years. Everyone does that.
Yeah, but that's how he does everything. He's just,
From what I read, BFA with the new mission tables, maxed out gold missions will give you roughly 5k each mission. Fuck. Innate token is down to 10 from what? Let's see what the price of the token is now. I can actually go check it out. Not that I really want to buy any, to be honest. I get pissed off because the prices in Australia are actually more than the US because of the currency exchange. But when we convert gold into a token, we get 17 Australian dollars. And you guys get 15 American dollars. But the thing is, the price on our store is a lot higher than $2 per token. So say, for example, your service is $30, ours is 40. So we have to actually spend more tokens in order to get the same service. Because we're
That seems reasonable.
Kuma.
Yeah?
Kuma, the tokens will inflate when after BFA launches.
I know, but it still ticks me off
tokens?
that we have to buy more tokens in total for the same service. Because we get it in Australian currency, not American.
Yeah, you're right. But you're that good at manipulating the market that you can.
I'm not manipulating the market, I'm just supplying it. I've stopped
Yeah,
manipulating
I mean,
a while
well,
ago.
Yeah, that came out wrong. What I mean is you're good at playing the market.
I'm just not lazy.
In which case, yeah, I mean, well, you know the tips and tricks as well. I mean, you know how to get the bang for the bucks, you know? So you know how to manipulate it so you can get basically an infinite amount of gold so you don't have to worry about how many,
You're right.
I mean, tokens you have to buy because you can buy them because you're that good. You put in the effort and you know the tricks to do that. That's awesome.
Okay, so the Australian token is 25 Australian dollars for a token. When we trade it in, we get 17 Australian dollars credit. That is awesome, but like I try to teach people how to think to do it, and it's like give a man a fish, teach a man to fish. It's like my thinking process is Goblin Glider. It's utility. People will use it. It'll always sell. Like, you know.
Yeah, no.
And some people just can't wrap their heads around that, which is what I'm trying to promote.
Look at where I am right now, Kuma.
Let me see, Matt. Where's Matt?
Not just that. People are just lazy as well. So even if you do try to like make them, you try to teach them, they won't learn because they are just too lazy to learn.
Matt is in Garrison. Nice.
What do you think I'm doing?
Doing what I'm doing.
I'm making drums and goblin gliders and
That's the
shipping them in my demon hunt where I make a fuck ton of money.
That's the, like, I've literally stopped doing anything else. I just make goblins and drums. Like, that's making more gold than, like, last month was 500,000 in 2 weeks. You don't need anything else.
How many drums did you make that week?
Sorry?
How many drums and gliders did you make that week?
I did it on stream. The gliders, like, several thousand were sold. Like, it was a big number. But
yeah, and you gotta understand. You have to understand. This is the thing you need to understand. They're gonna sell even more because what do you not have in Battle for Azeroth?
The kite.
So how are you gonna get around?
Buying
Simple.
a glider.
You
Exactly.
buy a bunch of carbon gliders and you glide all around when you need it.
Exactly.
Supply and freaking demand. This man preaches it. You all should be listening to it.
No, it's not like, it's not even me, you know? I'm not the first person to figure out supply and demand on Warcraft. It's just, everyone keeps asking me how I do it, and I'm like, it's these 2 fucking items. It's not a secret.
I mean, one thing that
really
also helps is that every expansion they take away our flying ability. And that helps because if you can't fly, you need another way to get around.
Yeah, and you've got the
that
shredders as well, goblin
Later.
shredders. At the start of every expansion,
Yeah.
people buy them, and I've been stockpiling the entire expansion, my living steels and whatnot. I sold a few for 60,000. Now they're selling for 100,000. You know, that's almost double.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like I've been getting a bunch of stuff. I'm actually trying to farm a mech battle suit that allows me to get a mech suit.
Nice.
I don't not like. Granted, I'm almost close. I just need one item, and I can go back and do it requires you to go get a no net detangler from Mimron. That's not a 100% drop. It requires you to go into Born Tundra and the Geyser Field and farm mechanical gnomes or mechanical creatures for the hardened circuit board plating. Then you have to go into Black Temple outside and kill mobs until you get the Fell Pit and Stabilizer. Because it's supposed to be on Doomwalker, but they also made it so the mobs around it will also drop it. And then you have to go into Nomagon and get 50x 87 battle circuit.
Jesus Christ, man, that's a time sink. Maybe you shouldn't. The Goblin Glider business is profitable. I would think a mafia boss like you wouldn't be sharing your secrets. Here's the thing, right? Ever since I shared that engineering video, 1 or 2 people have started selling Goblin Gliders on my server. Here's the thing, supply. The demand is always higher than the supply. I cannot sell enough. Like, I cannot supply it. And when the price drops below like 20 gold, I don't sell it. I just wait for it to go back up because I know those people selling it for 20 gold will run out. And when they run out, it goes back up and then I sell. There's just too much demand. I mean, I could sell all my gliders by the end of the day, but I keep them because I sell them slowly. Like, there's that much demand. And what's the point? If I make, say, for example, 500,000 gold a month, why would I need more anyway? Like, I'm not spending it. Like, if I traded all my gold in for tokens, I could buy a lot of the things. And what will I do after that? Nothing. There's no point.
Well, you're gonna buy the mount for 5 million.
Yeah, but even then, I'm gonna be on 12 million. Like, I'm still gold capped.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing in the game that I can buy. That's the whole thing.
And here's the thing. When he buys that mount, I'm gonna throw 350 at him.
We're just gonna run down capital cities with a 350 mount and just promote the channel. Just say 350.
Can you actually put a Lockneck monster on a t-shirt?
If I create the graphic myself, it's not breaching any copyright. Like, who's gonna copyright the Loch Ness monster? You can't. Who's it owned by? Exactly.
You should actually do that where...
What if the Loch Ness monster copyright strikes me? I need about 350, that would just be gold.
The Illuminati.
You should actually make that your thing, where it's like, have the Lockneck monster be the face of your channel, and if you want like a t-shirt design, make it the Lockneck monster, dude.
Yeah, but then I'm changing from Ninja Kuma to 350, and then South Park can piss me off and just copyright claim me.
Yeah, but here's the thing. They're also, they can't claim that, like, they can't copyright claim, the Lockneck monster.
They can't the monster, but the whole 350 thing is their original idea.
Fuck them!
Yeah, well, I don't want to be taken to court, now do I?
Well,
I mean, I could put, like, I could put the
way.
Loch Ness, like, I'll put a Loch Ness monster on a t-shirt, and you'll, of course, get one. But, you know, they can't do shit for that. It's a Loch Ness monster. It's like, oh, well, what? You made a joke once in one episode 10 years ago, and we're still laughing about it? Get over it. You know, you can't sue it. See what I'm doing now? Just converting ghost iron bars into trillion bars. Hey, Opie. I still can't believe how short that Alliance storyline was, and we're still streaming as part of that video.
Anyway, I gotta go.
Alright, be good, man. Good talking to you. Thanks for the carry. I'll see you next week.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll see if I can actually schedule a live stream tomorrow. I want to do the Horde side. Be good, man.
Wait, the Horde side of what?
The War of the Thorns. We were doing War of the Thorns campaign this morning.
But you did the first part on Horde already.
Yeah, but part 2's coming out tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
So every week they give you like the new part, and I want to do the Horde one first.
Yeah.
Just because, you know, Horde.
I don't know what I didn't think about that, actually. Because your shit comes out on a weird day compared to you, that's why.
Ah, right. Oh shit, which characters
That's
did
why
I
I didn't
actually do
think
my
of that.
dailies on? I forgot. Yeah, my stuff comes out, like, our server maintenance is on Tuesday nights, whereas for you guys, I think it's like Monday.
No, it's Wednesday. Wednesday.
Oh, you guys are a day ahead?
Well, time difference. When it's noon, Wednesday noon here, it should be Wednesday night for you.
Oh,
Or
okay.
evening.
So we're like, what, 12
So-
hours-ish ahead?
I would say nine something.
Okay, so it's midday for you guys on Tuesday. Servers go down. They go out for us on Tuesday evening.
No. Ours go out on. Wait, what? Wednesday.
Okay, but if we're ahead in
Ours go down
time, why are we going down on Tuesday night?
Yeah, wait. No clue. Blizzard watches. I don't know.
What the fuck is
wait.
going on? I think we may have discovered a rift in the space-time continuum.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that? The biggest scientific discovery of the 21st century happens in World of Warcraft. Due to a time delay. What the fuck?
We could sell this information to Illuminati.
We actually discover the Illuminati. We get contacted. It's like, shh, don't be spreading facts, man. What are you doing in that, like, 15-hour period of time delay? They're, like, ruling the world and shit. They secretly don't want the world to know.
That's no good. Now we've told the secret. Now we must take out everyone who's watching the stream.
I don't even know why I went to the auction house on this character. I don't know. That doesn't matter. Let's check. Oh, too expensive. I accidentally go to the auction house and this guy's sitting on a spider mount showing off. Mate, that's not even expensive.
I mean, you know, it's you're just going on autopilot when you don't know why you're going somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. When you're talking, all your energy is going talking, and then you just, you know.
Yeah.
I am technically on an American server, but the Oceanic servers. Back in the day, the Oceanic servers used to actually be in America, but now we have proper Oceanic servers in Oceania. But that took years to get, like 10 years later. We only got it like 1 or 2 years ago.
Tuesday night, you say?
Yep.
When exactly? Is it midnight?
No, like 9 p.m., 9, 10 p.m.
3 a.m. Oh, 9, 10 p.m. So that would be... Oh, you sure you don't mean Thursday?
No, Tuesday, as in tonight. Today's Tuesday here. It's now Tuesday, 10 a.m.
Right
in 12 hours, the server will go down for us.
Oh, yeah. You're not ahead, you're behind.
Wait, we're behind?
No, wait. Tuesday. I hate this.
Okay, what day is it for you now?
Come on, brain. Tuesday.
Is it Tuesday for you?
2:20 a.m.
2:20 a.m. So you're 8 hours behind. So we're 8 hours ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it goes down tonight because I didn't think that the day had changed. That's why. The day changed for me just recently, 2 hours ago.
Apparently it's Monday in America. Where are you?
Monday? Yeah, because
where
I'm
are
in
you?
Sweden. I mean.
Oh, you're in Sweden. Well, fuck. I thought you were in a. No wonder we're confused. I'm working with the assumption that we're working with US time. You're in Sweden. It's a completely different time zone.
Yeah. I mean, I think the US are 7 to 9 hours.
Well, it's Monday now in the US, so they're like half a day behind us.
Yeah, because it's just turned Tuesday here, so it should be somewhere around, I don't know, 8-ish? No.
I just look at it as me being a day ahead. And when I'm streaming at 7:30 in the morning, it's sort of midday for people in the US. That's how I remember it. That's why I choose this time slot. But then I also want to make a time slot in like 7 hours from now to give people in Europe a chance to tune in because it's super early in the morning for you guys now. Whereas if I do it in my afternoon, it's morning for you guys, like 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Because your morning streams are pretty effed for me.
Yeah, pretty much. Which is why I want to make the alternate time slot so the people in Europe. So for me, I have to wake up super early so people in America can watch me. And then I would have to stream like late in the afternoon for the people in Europe. Australia gets fucked. It's not like I'm somewhere else where I can sort of get the middle. I'm basically fucked. Australia's like in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, your evening streams are perfect because that's kind of when people usually wake up here.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
just eat your breakfast, and watch your stream. That's
Exactly. That would be
easy.
perfect. But I need to do it like at 5 o'clock, which is tricky because people finish work at 5 and usually it takes time to get home. So it's one of those
Yeah.
odd time slots.
And your evening streams would be fucked for the Americans because that would be like around midnight for them.
Well,
Ish.
yeah, the evening stream is sort of made as a time slot for the European guys, whereas the morning stream is kind of not made for the European guys. It's made for the, So it's like,
Yeah,
you know,
I'm just thinking out loud.
everyone gets a stream sort of thing. That would be the idea.
Yeah, unless you're like me and you're just constantly fucking up your sleep schedule.
Well, I have,
you're
but I've been
awake at,
waking
like-
up Monday and Tuesday in the morning for these streams. Sometimes it's more difficult because last night I was up past midnight doing job interviews because I had to work in the morning. I had to stream, then I went to work, and then after work I had to take care of the job interviews. So I was already exhausted when I did that.
Yeah, I woke up at like 5 p.m. So that sucks. 'cause I
Robert's
fucked up
asking
my
why
sleep.
can't we use universal times? I'm sorry, son. Let's just ask the sun to be in 3 places at once.
It's funny though how you thought I was American.
Well, that's what happens because a lot of the people that tune in at this time are American, whereas the afternoon time slot, it's mostly Europeans. So it's just like one of those things.
Of course.
Don't take it personally.
Makes sense. No, it makes sense. I mean,
There's enough
think
Kuma
I
for the
have
whole
sense.
world. Fuck. That just sounds so wrong. Everyone gets a turn. That sounds like a thought.
I mean, yeah.
Sounds so bad.
I'm not gonna expand on that. I'm just gonna leave that
Up to
there to
interpretation.
cultivate, do its own thing. Well, speaking of which, I need to try and turn my sleep schedule around so I don't stay up until like 10 a.m. and then go to sleep. So
Yeah, you should probably do
Yeah.
that. Thanks for all the explaining. I really appreciate it. I'm a bit of a noob
Yeah,
when it
it's
comes
fine,
to the
it's
lore.
fine. I really love it. I mean, it's like the Jaina trailer. That was just chock full with, I mean, lore. Even though it wasn't like new lore, it was filled with emotion. I mean, the emotions of the battle between Jaina's consciousness for what happened in Theramore, where her father died,
Mm.
and how that had like kind of stuck with her, and how her attempts to keep the peace between the Horde has failed again and again and again, and how the sacrifice that she did, that her father had to pay the price for, it didn't really pay off in the end.
Yeah, and she's pissed.
Because, yeah, there's still no peace between the Horde and the Alliance.
Mm.
And it seems to me that she finally figured out there won't be. And now she's kind of being this evil biatch.
But it kind of comes down to the whole, it's not as simple as good and evil. It comes down to perspective, and everyone has their own position on it because of something. I mean, Sylvanas
Of course.
was originally Alliance, but then she turned Forsaken, wasn't welcome back, and she did what she had to do to survive, leading the Forsaken, and then she joined the Horde, who were the only ones that took her in, and, you know, now she's taken up the mantle, because, you know, that's what needed to happen. So it's
Yeah, of course.
you know.
And the same goes for Jaina, because, I mean, her hatred for the Horde isn't just baseless. They're based on something, and it's based on many years of conflict. And
Sorry, I have a call.
being
Gotta take it. Sorry. Sorry about that. The first thing it's like a registered mobile number, but it's like Ni Hao Ma, da 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 da. It's some Chinese bank that keeps calling me. on different
I
numbers.
keep getting those as well. I get those like 6 or 7 times a day.
I don't understand what the fuck is going on.
I don't know either. People are just...
And it's a recording.
Yeah. I mean, you can just hear the background noise, and then 10 seconds later, you hear someone talking in broken English, and you're like, just sigh to yourself and just hang up.
And you can't even, like, the telemarketing calls register a number that they're not allowed to call because they keep calling from a registered mobile number from different numbers every single time with the same recording. It's, like, impossible. It's probably a burner phone.
I mean, they've started calling with cell phone numbers and, like, regional numbers here in Sweden from different areas of the city, the country. So it's legit numbers. You just don't know that is these shitty calls. So you can't really tell who it is calling anymore.
Do you know what one of the comments was? It's actually Kuma's Chinese gold farmers calling in to report their progress.
That's funny. Though.
That's
funny,
fucking gold.
Because it was a bank and it was Chinese, so it's double comedy points.
At least it's not the Nigerian prince sending email. That's good.
I mean, that happens too.
Yeah, occasionally. What? He's my friend. He said he'll fly me out soon. Oh.
And people still fall for that.
Oh man, people. There's so many. I mean, I know a guy that fell for a scam where they're like, this guy has your credit card in the store, and it's like, oh, I'm a police officer filing the report. I'll put you through to a bank, and then they pretend that you hung up, and then you're typing in like a bank telephone number. It's like, yeah, we're the bank. Your account has been breached. We need you to transfer your money to this safe account. And then you do it through internet banking, and it's a bank in England, and then they siphon it, and it's gone.
Yep.
And people fall for it. The logic doesn't hit that a police officer is telling you about an ongoing investigation and all this sort of shit, and your money at the bank is not secure. It's like, well, hang on, it's at the fucking bank. If you guys lose it, that's your problem. You know what I mean? And then I'm just gonna transfer all my money to this account that I don't even fucking know, because that will keep it safe. Like, the whole logical step just fucks up.
Stupid.
And then afterwards you feel really stupid, and the police can't do shit about it because you're the one that transferred the money. It wasn't stolen from the bank. You fucking transferred it. You got scammed.
Yeah. It's just so stupid that people still fall for that. I've gotten these, like, inconsistent emails as well. Like, it's titled is FBI something
IRS something you will put you
money
in
recovery, blah blah blah. And then suddenly when you read because I read these for fun, just to laugh at them, kind of. So I read through it, and middle through it, they claim to be like a UK lottery for some reason, but it was still sent from an FBI guy, which makes no sense at all. But it was some money that I had won in a UK lottery apparently, and that they had stashed that for me, and they wanted me to claim it. And I was like, you're not even consistent.
Yeah,
if you're gonna scam someone, at least be consistent.
Well, the thing is, it's some of these like scam places are actually companies in India, and they know they're scam companies, but that's just how they operate because they're outside of that jurisdiction. And so there's this entire business with actual employees being paid salaries to scam people. They're actually paying tax on it. Like, that's the fucked up thing. They're actually paying tax on scam dollars. And the government's just, pulling it through because of the immense poverty in the area. Yeah.
It's so stupid that they're actually hiring people to do scam work.
The bank themselves, they secure the money. So if you deposit money in a bank and the bank, gets scammed, they have to give you your money because you deposited your money in. You know what I mean? Like, if a bank has an internal fuck up, you technically still have money in the bank. And if everyone tries to withdraw their money from the bank wouldn't have enough money on hand. That's why the government says we secure this bank. Because if everyone just tried to withdraw their money, the bank would collapse. Like only about, I think, 2 or 3% of the world's money supply is in actual cash. The rest is just numbers on a computer. So if everyone wants to withdraw all their money from the bank will close down. That's why when a government is collapsing or something, everyone tries to withdraw their money in cash and the banks close down. They don't have enough.
Yeah, it's money that doesn't exist.
Essentially, yeah. The whole banking system is kind of, that's a story for another day, but yeah.
But if you think about it, it's kind of stupid though. Like we have money that we deposit into the banks, and then you don't have the money. The bank don't have the money that you deposited.
Well, that's the bubble, essentially. They're loaning out money that doesn't exist to people to pay back with interest. And because they have to pay back more than they were actually given, this creates a demand in the system for more money, which causes an inflation, which means everyone has to keep charging more and more for things to pay back this interest.
But I mean, just the concept is so stupid.
Yeah, but the thing is, people aren't trained in basic economics to understand the scam. The scam is that inflation itself is a hidden tax in the system. Like, we have a 2% inflation, and say, for example, we have a 2.5% interest rate. You put $1 million in the bank, you get your 2%, 2.5% back. You get 25 grand a year. You get taxed on that. They take 30% away. You've got like, what, 18, 19 grand. But the inflation is 2%, which means the value of that money has dropped by 20 grand. You've got a 19 grand back after tax. You've actually lost money.
Yep.
But people don't realize that because they're not trained in basic economics.
Exactly.
So you're essentially in a rat race where you have to keep climbing up this hill of sand, where if you don't climb up, you'll eventually sink.
Yep.
Like, that's the world economic system.
I mean, all of this, how it works, is just so mind-bogglingly stupid to me. Not because I don't understand it, but because the concept is stupid.
Well, educated people realize it, and then they invest their time in actually making more and buying assets. I mean, it's no different from what I do, right? Like, now I'm sitting on my bank, and I'm like, oh, I've got all this gold, 16 million gold and whatnot. But what have I done with the gold when I had, 5 million gold? I bought up mounts. Why? They hold their value over time. Like, I bought, all these panthers for like 30,000 gold. They're selling for 150 each now. I bought some of these Reigns of Poseidon where they were like 20 gold. They're 36,000 gold now. I bought this Tablet of the Lightbringer when it was 20,000 gold. It's now, 400,000. It's holding assets, holding gold, holding silver, precious metals, real estate. That's what people do when they understand how the system works. And that's the thing. The average person will never be educated in that because they don't want an educated population. They want people that will consistently work, Yeah. If people are educated, they won't have a need to work. And if people don't have a need to work, you can't get workers. You can't get the bakers, the cleaners, the mechanics, the doctors, They won't have a need to.
Yeah.
So
and
it's
the whole
really
social
sad.
Infrastructure falls.
Exactly, which is what I'm trying to, wake people up to. Say, for example, the Warcraft, the mission tables. I'm just trying to wake them up into how the system works, And if they sort of realize, wait a minute, that's a utility, and, I can produce that easily for a profit, they might go into their own life and realize that they have a unique skill that they can make more money off than they can go into the office every day. Next thing you know, they start up a business, they're successful, and they retire at the age of 40 or 50,
Yeah.
Like, if someone comes back to me and says they've started a business, I'd be like, holy shit, dude, nice work.
Of course. But I mean, if we go back to the economic bubble thing, I mean, it's the same thing with the real life example. I mean, I totally forgot what I was going to say now. Shit. Yeah, even if you understand how it works, it doesn't mean adjust to it like the mission tables. Adjust to it and be rich. I just don't like how it's done, so I would rather see it done in another way to solve the problem.
So would I.
Same with the economic bubble. I mean, I don't like that it's like this, but instead of just caving in and understanding it, I want to change it.
Yeah, but what we've seen in the past, people have had the same sort of thing where they want to change the system from this, banking system. what has happened, the people that were promoting to change it turned it into something else, you know? You had communism, which was supposed to be revolutionary in nature to bring equality into the system, but then the people on top were like, nah, screw this, I have power. I can do whatever I want now.
Exactly. See how that went.
Yeah, exactly. And people say like, oh, it's not implemented properly, but they discount the fact that humans themselves are selfish by design. And it's like, oh, well, you know, I won't be like that. It's like, well, you know, you say that now, but then I put absolute power in your hands. The next thing you know, you're a tyrant, you know? Someone ticks you off and you say, well, now I've got the power to get vengeance.
Yeah. It's like that saying, this is where we can have nice things.
Essentially, yeah.
So in concept, it works, but...
Well, in theory, it works, yeah.
Humans are greedy bastards, so it doesn't work, but...
Like it's the same in, you know, society where you know, even in capitalism, if the politicians weren't corrupt and everyone paid their taxes and treated, you know, employees fairly and gave them their share of profits and all this sort of thing, the system would work very well. But, you know, then comes in human nature. You've got the greed, you've got the power, the corruption, the theft, you know. I mean, and if this system is corrupt because of human corruption, what makes you think a socialist system will be any better when there's more power in the hands of fewer people?
Yeah, I mean, it's just... There's no system that currently works, but, I mean, not on a like, practical scale, anyway. So we just need to find something that works both in theory and in practice.
Yeah, but the motivation is you have to get the sheer majority behind it, otherwise it can never be implemented. But I love that Shadowfire was like, he was going to college and he wrote a 5-page paper on the WoW economy for an economics class, and his teacher was impressed how realistic the WoW economy is. They actually study the WoW economy for economic impacts. So WoW is actually used as a case study for a lot of economists, because it has a lot of people in it.
There was a time where the World of Warcraft currency was more worth than some...
Venezuela.
Was Venezuela? Okay, yeah. Their currency.
Yeah, their currency is absolutely fucked, and that's socialism. I mean, that's what happens when the government starts printing out bills. No one can afford anything.
Yeah, but I find it fascinating that you are even remotely able to compare the World of Warcraft economy to, like, real-world currency.
Well, what's the difference between a real-world currency and, say, for example, a cryptocurrency or a digital one? It just comes down to the belief in it. That's the same thing as, say, the American dollar. If we don't believe in it, it doesn't have a value.
Absolutely, you're right. You're right. But even that wasn't really a thing until very recently. Not really on a popular basis. I mean, it was probably a thing even before that, but when it came out,
I'm making sky golems.
It started becoming a world spread thing.
I'm making sky golems.
I mean, that wasn't until very recently. But yeah, it's awesome for me, the concept that you can compare cryptocurrency and, I mean, other fictional currency with real life money. That's just fascinating.
I mean, that's the beautiful thing. I like that some people are like, oh, people are making a lot of money on cryptocurrency, and then they go out and say, okay, I'm going to invest in it, but first I have to understand how it works. And in trying to understand how cryptocurrency works, they realize how actual currency works, and it's a fucking scam. And they're like, wait a minute. And then they become woke as fuck.
Yeah.
And it's like, everything's a scam, and it's like, yup. It's like, then why are people buying this? It's like, because, you know, they have, like, change. It's like, wait, they bought Bitcoin for how much? Cents in the dollar? And people bought it at 20,000? It's like, yup.
Yeah. That was a mistake. If any one of you ever did that.
Well, one of my IT mates bought it at 20. Like, another one of my friend bought it at a few dollars. And I was like, mate, do not buy it when it's going up like that. Like, it's obviously inflated by people getting into it thinking I'm going to make money. And as soon as that sort of crashes, that idea of, okay, it's not going to go any higher, it's going to tumble down.
Yeah, it's going to drop down and fall really, really low. like it has now. I think it's like $8 or something dollars.
It's 8,000. It's got it tumbled down to 6, and now it's like 8-9.
Yeah. It was like 50 or something a while back, and then it just plummeted to.
But the cool
5
thing
or
is, like,
6, and
a
then
mate
it
of
went
mine
up
that's
to
really into
9.
Bitcoin was going around Japan going, yeah, I can spend Bitcoin here. There's all these Bitcoin ATMs and shit. And, like, we spent all day looking for them. It's like, they're not here, mate. It's like, but I read about it online. It's like, yeah, you read about it in the places that were selling you Bitcoin. They were telling you how it's adopted and accepted. It's like, it is accepted in some places. And, you know, you can use it to buy certain products, like luxury brand products and whatnot. But they only did it, and they immediately cash out on it. Because they know its value. They cash out immediately. And when you look at the Bitcoin price and calculate it, you're paying like 20-30% more than the actual dollar value. So, you know, they're calculating that in. You know, some people don't have the paper money in hand, and they can't convert that Bitcoin into actual currency and spend it, because then they would get fucked up by tax implications. So these companies are essentially money laundering the Bitcoins they receive. Like, that's what they're essentially doing.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, one of my mates is actually in finance, and he doesn't understand this laundering that they're doing, but he actually works in finance with banks, and I'm like, do you not understand this shit? And then I looked at some of the financial agreements he has, and I'm like, you realize this clause is there for money laundering, right? Like, the Australian banks now are getting fucked because they were doing money laundering. But then again, the big banks back in the day was caught for doing it as well, with the cartels and criminals and all this sort of stuff. And it's still happening.
Yeah, that's even more interesting that we have people that work in marketing and economy and all that, but they don't know the principles of money laundering clauses and how how it works.
Well, that's the thing. They're educated enough to perform the function in the company, but they're not educated enough to see the big picture. That's the job of the managers. The managers keep the workers, you know, in their little hamster wheels. But when I was doing accounting, I had a question about money laundering, and I didn't read it correctly, so I actually wrote a step-by-step guide as to how to money launder. I got full marks, but he wouldn't give me back that exam, and I was told to never write that again. But I demonstrated my knowledge, so, you know, he gave me full marks for it. But it's like, you never fucking write that down ever again. It was literally like a step-by-step guide.
It sounds like you were writing a Necronomicon or something, and you're like, never write that again.
Well, it's like, you know, it's something that they're not supposed to teach. And if you're actually showing that you know how to do it, like, it's, you know, it's like knowing how to build a bomb, right?
Yeah.
It's not only illegal, but, like, it's fucking bad.
Yeah, and so is money laundering. It's illegal, so.
Except all the banks do it. And here's the beautiful part, right? It's a civil offense. So even if they're found guilty, they're not going to spend jail time. And if they spend jail time, they're not going to spend it in like a criminal jail. They're going to spend it in like a cushy white-collar jail with a tennis court. That is fucked up. Because you look at it this way, right? I rob a convenience store. I can go to jail.
Yeah.
Hard prison. And that's a deterrent for doing such a thing. You know, you get caught, you go to prison. Meanwhile, these guys steal hundreds, billions of dollars. What's the prison time? Oh, technically a 4.5-star hotel. What?
Yeah.
What's the reprimand? So the risk is so small, the punishment is a joke, and the potential reward is huge. I wonder why people do it.
And it's not even illegal because the banks are owned by people who, they want the banks to be able to keep laundering and keep doing what they're doing. If you're in on the scam, it's not a scam. Right?
Politicians, mate. Politicians. And then they change why do you think these prison times are so cushy? Because the banks have paid the politicians to make it that way. Why? Because the politician needs to run a campaign. How does he run a campaign? With donations.
Money.
Where do they get these donations? Well, that's another question. You know, we don't want to reveal that information. It's like, really? Who gives you millions of dollars to run your campaign? I wonder who has that kind of money just lying around.
Yeah, this doesn't look fishy at all. No.
But that's the thing with politicians. They're all corrupt. And here's the worst part. We know they're corrupt, but that's how the system works. We don't want to elect the little guy because we're so used to having the big guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
and because that's how the system works, isn't just it shows that the system doesn't work.
yeah, but people don't want to do anything because they're afraid of the consequences.
Yeah, or they're just dumb enough to see how the system works.
And they just accept it because it's like, well, I got to pay my bills. It breaks them down.
Yeah. Or just, I don't know these things. They do. I leave it in their hands.
Yeah.
But you're actually leaving it in their hands of corrupt people. So, good job.
I mean, it's the same as like applying for grad jobs now, right? Say, for example, company's got 5 positions. And one of the literal questions they ask you is how you found this application. And one of them is like internal employee or relative. It's essentially nepotism, right? You put in the name of the person you have working in the company. They're technically not supposed to hire that way, but they can filter through applications that way. And then they just filter, oh yeah, this guy knows this guy, this guy knows this guy, this guy knows this guy, let's interview them. And it's like, oh, okay, we've got 1 slot left to fill. It's fucked up. Because they're technically not supposed to be hiring people based on that. They should be hiring people based on qualifications. But if they choose to filter it a different way, they can do it that way, even though it's illegal. But here's the thing. Who's going to investigate them? They do internal investigations.
Or just do like the American government and just shut down the investigations.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, the government investigates itself, and they can choose to shut down investigations and whatever. And even if the government is found guilty of doing something, they are the court themselves. So what are they going to do? Punish themselves? What do they do? Fine themselves with tax dollars that we pay anyway? Like, what's the punishment?
Yeah, like they ever would do that.
Oh, don't worry. They still get paid and get pensions, though.
Yeah, exactly. And they get multi-million-dollar, safety nets when they retire.
My favorite part about Australia right now is they cut penalty rates, which is how much you get paid on the weekends if you work. They were cutting, spending in social security, hospitals, education. And they said everyone needs to live within their means. But in the same meeting, they announced that politicians are getting an upgrade in their salary package as well as their retirement fund. In the same fucking meeting. And guess what? That got approved by both sides of Parliament, whereas the other ones were contested. So everyone agreed that they should increase their salaries and retirement packages, but they were discussing how much they should reduce services in the country.
That's like saying, of course you're gonna vote that through when it says,
But their reason for it was the cost of living has gone up, therefore we need more. But then they're telling everyone else, oh, you have to cut down your spending.
Yeah.
It's like you fucked, man. And they did it with a smile.
Damn it. Yeah, that's fucked up. That's fucked up and a half.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say.
And you can't get anywhere in political parties because they're basically internally controlled by the old school politicians, right? So if you don't fit their ideal of basically being that, you're not getting anywhere. And all the little independent parties don't get anywhere because the people refuse to vote for the smaller guy because they always think it's a 2-horse race.
Yeah.
People forget that if everyone just goes and votes for the little guys can actually win. But the thing is, people just assume it's one or the other.
Yeah.
If enough people vote for the little guys and they get enough seats in, government, they have a pretty loud voice.
Yeah, that's why technically we have a multi-party system here where there's not only 2 parties, there's you have to have more than 2% or 3.5, I can't remember because I'm bad, of the total votes to get a seat in the parliament. So there's 7 or 8 or something different parties that work together. But at the same time, these have formed like two different sides. There's like the left, the right, and then there's the middle parties. But it's basically formed two parties, so it's basically the same but different.
Yeah. It's the same, yeah, because you have to get the numbers, and in order to get the numbers, you have to unite. But then when you unite, you split up the ideologies into left and right. So what you end up having is the fucking same split as what you're trying to fix.
Yeah. So there's different parties that have these alliances. So there's the Western parties, which are 1, 2, 3 parties right now, and then there's the other side that has like 4 or 5 different parties working together.
That's because the Democratic Party is doing small parties working together.
Yeah, and whichever side gets like the most votes, they together have the power to change things.
Yep.
But yeah. Anyway, I really have to go to bed now, though.
Yeah, I should probably start working too. It's almost 11. This stream went from Warcraft to video games to lore, then to movies, and then to politics. Like, it's amazing the roller coaster of discussions.
Yep.
It's just, oh my god. And that's the cool thing about live stream, you know? You can kind of go to these places.
Yeah, of course. I do some live streaming myself, actually. I don't do much. It's like every blue moon, but I do them. I don't have a mic. I'm using my phone right now, so I'm talking through my headset.
Right.
So, but I don't have a mic, so I don't speak on my streams. I just have some music and my gameplay, though. So,
it's kind of difficult to interact with a person that doesn't speak on a live stream, though.
Yeah, it is, but I don't have like money to buy some shit, and I really.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, man, it's kind of a stalemate right now. I probably would like to buy a new headset sometime, but I haven't found the funds to do so. Which is also why I'm no longer.
No, that's completely fine. I completely understand. But still, send me your details. I want to put it all in the thank you video. I want to get everyone's details and their links and all that sort of thing. Because we did all get it together, and it's like, I didn't actually think we'd pull it off, but we did. So it's one of those things where everyone came together and we did something, and we're all going to enjoy it. But at the same time, I want to make sure that everyone knows where it came from.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I will do that, but I will do that when I wake up.
Yeah, that's true. No rush. Anyway, man, thanks for the discussion. Thanks for the lore. I really appreciate it. It's great to play with you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, I'm going to do my typical outro. So have a good sleep.
Yeah, take care. See, I can't. Damn it.
Thanks for watching, guys. I'm not going to do more quests just because we've already been on for 3.5 hours. We've done what we wanted to do, which was stage 1 of the campaign of the War of the Thorns in Darkshore. We did it for the Alliance. Stage 2 is actually coming out tomorrow. It's coming out tonight for us here in Australia, but I am going to do the Horde one first. So I've done stage 1 of the Horde, stage 1 of the Alliance. We're going to do stage 2 of the Horde, stage 2 of the Alliance, and then stage 3 of the Horde, stage 3 of the Alliance, and then we're going to have the full story. I am going to be playing the entire Battle for Azeroth story in live stream format. So it is going to be like this, and I know I seem a little bit naked without my flag. I feel naked without my flag, so I will fix that sooner rather than later. But yeah, it is going to be a regular live stream thing, especially for Warcraft. But now that we do have the PlayStation back, we are going to get some PlayStation games. You know, let me... Fuck, I suck at this. There's the PlayStation. We got the PlayStation now. It's there. It's there. So, wrong setting. I did the what now? Okay, I screwed up the setting. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But we are going to be playing PlayStation 4 games as well. We've got Last of Us lined up, and then we'll do some horror ones. So we're going to try to be more regular with live streams as we are. We've so far got 2 time slots, Monday and Tuesday morning, but I'm going to try to put an afternoon slot for the people in Europe who do want to also tune into the live stream without having to wait past midnight. So I'll definitely have to put that time slot in there. And that way we're all going to get a join in the fun. So I hope you're going to join me next week. We're going to be doing part 2. I might schedule a live stream for tomorrow to do part 2 for the Horde, just because I want to do it straight away. So keep your eyes out on the Discord and the YouTube page. But thank you for coming. I really do appreciate the support. And thank you for partaking in the discussion. I know the Twitch chat seems a little bit empty, but we did have, you know, people chatting on the YouTube. So if you're on Twitch, there's actually a link to the YouTube channel down. You just click that banner that says YouTube and it'll take you to the YouTube channel. If you want to partake in that chat, you know, feel free to watch the live stream there. I simultaneously live stream on both because I don't want anyone to miss out, but most of the chat does take place on YouTube because that's where the big bulk of the audience is. But I do read both. I read the Twitch and the YouTube. And I see everyone saying hi. There's 4 people now on the Twitch. Julian David said hi. I say hi. We have DRK that's been here for a while, and I think Todd is still here. I don't know if Blue Eyed Demon is there or Great Vardic, but someone is there. Vardak. Not Vardic. Vardak. Phase 2 on whiteboard might finally be reached. We're almost done with Phase 1. We have to do South Park next week. Once we do South Park, by then all the videos should be exported and then I can reformat. But I'm using this week to get those videos out as well as do my interviews, which is why the flag is down. I needed to do the interview here. So if you can imagine, you know, 11 hours ago, I was wearing a suit and a tie and a blazer and everything doing interviews here, trying to pretend like I don't have a massive Serbian flag in the background because that wouldn't look good in an online interview. But, you know, it's an experience. Looking at myself with nothing in the background just feels so weird. I want something in the background. There needs to be something in the background. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I will try to schedule that stream for tomorrow. I'll probably schedule that later this afternoon. So it'll be the same time tomorrow. I'll do the Horde campaign. And then next week we'll do South Park and more Warcraft. So I hope to see you there. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you have your notifications on because they do sometimes not let you know that I'm on. But enable them anyway. Till tomorrow. Ninja Kuma out. Bye-bye. Why am I saying bye-bye? I should be saying bye. No, but seriously. Tomorrow morning, Horde campaign. Put a giant Horde flag back there. I probably should. Can I buy one in the Blizzard store? I really want to buy a Horde flag. I should put like a Horde flag, a Serbian flag, a Kyrgyzstani flag. Hey, Logan. Man, you could just watch the replay. The first hour was the campaign. The other 2 hours were just discussing economics and politics and law. So it was really good. But I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be good. Green screen? I have to get a good one though. Alright, see you then. Bye.